And many also have been able to keep moving forward after the class was done. What you see, or what you saw on the screen a moment ago, was the virtual hall. So let me talk a bit about that. What Vivian and the students, those that are pitching, have done is they've gone in and actually developed out a virtual hall. You know, one thing that we're missing today is the ability to meet at expos and trade shows and even meet at the school just to learn together. Many of these things have been momentarily paused. And so one thing that we could do is we could give this digital space for these students to go ahead and put in all of their information about their company, right? Their company pitch video and brochures about them and their logo and their name, and be able to try to create this virtual hall. Now, there will be a break during this event, and that's a good time to go check out the virtual hall. We really would encourage you to check out the virtual hall after this event is done. It will still live on in the digital realm. In addition to the virtual hall, there's some other really fun things that we're doing for this startup pitch competition that we have not done in the past. And so many of you have already come to understand we have something called the Preapp, Pre.app. And the Preapp is a chance for everybody that is viewing, everybody that's involved here as a audience member, to participate in using this app's money to invest in these companies. It obviously is a game. It's not real money, but it is. It does give you a chance to say, who would I want to invest in if I could? And there's even a prize for the person that does the most accurate investing in terms of the crowd. So we have 3 different prizes today, and I'll be sharing those in just a moment. What I want to make sure that I'm sensitive to is the Chancellor's time. It's really important that we're able to include as many people as we have. And so I do want to hand it off for the opening remarks. Vivian, is now the time, or should I talk a bit about the 3 prizes that we're giving away?
I think it's time. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome.
Wonderful.
So for now, I'll turn you over to Jesse, the Dean of Business Department. Jesse?
Good afternoon. It's good to see some of your faces, and it's good to see some familiar faces. Thank you for joining us today. This is definitely the first time that we're doing this virtually, and this is going to be an amazing experience. Pitching. This will be a fun experience, fun and memorable experience. So thank you for, again, having the courage to do this, and it will be a great learning experience. I just want to say a couple of things before I turn it over to our Chancellor. I want to first of all thank Ian. Ian has been an amazing MC the last 3 times, so we had to get Ian back. So thank you, Ian, for doing this. You are just the best person to do this, and of course, in this virtual environment, it's going to be awesome as well. For the judges, we have 4 judges today. I just want to say thank you to the judges for taking time out of their very busy schedule. We have judges who again have very all these things on their plate, but they want to make time for you. So again, I just want to acknowledge the judges, and of course. We're going to learn a lot from the judges' feedback. You students will learn a lot. So again, thank you for stepping up to experience what you'll be experiencing. For the families and others who are supporting, the folks who are doing the pitching, thank you again for your commitment to helping out our students and our student learners. These are the aspiring entrepreneurs. They are going to go on to do many successful things. And again, we just want to say thank you for your continued support. I serve as the Dean of the Downtown Campus and School of Business, Fashion, Culinary, Horticulture, and Child Development. This is the most fun event, being a part of the, business pitches and just learning from all your ideas. This is really something that I enjoy a lot, especially in addition to graduation. So that's where we are. I will be quiet. I want to first acknowledge our Chancellor. Our Chancellor is here with us, and he's going to inspire you as well. I've gotten to know our Chancellor, and he is just a very remarkable person. He has done so many things in his lifetime that we're just glad that he is serving in this capacity right now. So I will turn it over to our Chancellor, who again is Chancellor Dr. Rajan Verdian.
Thank you very much, Dean Lee, and thank you everybody for having me here, faculty, staff, administrators, students, participants, sponsors. Thank you. This is a great day for City College of San Francisco. Entrepreneurship is the very fabric of creativity. Without entrepreneurship, we will not be where we are today. The whole nation itself was built on entrepreneurship. People came in, they opened their own businesses, they tried, they succeeded, they failed, and if they failed, they started all over again. Never for 1 second think that you will not succeed. You will all succeed. Realizing the importance of entrepreneurship, we created at City College a degree in entrepreneurship, where we give you the opportunity to test your ideas, to challenge yourselves, to compete against other people, to make the country a better place. Without entrepreneurship, where will we be today? Think of all the things that we have invented, we have created. We have the telephone, we have TV, we have color TV, we have radio, we have batteries, we have cars that run on batteries, we have cars that drive themselves, we have the internet. You know how long it would have taken for us all to be together right now? If we were in the pandemic in 1916 or 1917, do you think we would be in school right now? Do you think the teachers would be teaching us right now? How many generations would have been lost? But entrepreneurship, people working out of their garages. Jeff Bezos' wife yesterday, we learned, had given $4.8 billion to charity. That wasn't money that was just thrown at them like that from heaven. That started in a garage. Entrepreneurship. Microsoft founder Bill Gates in a garage also. For those of you who love iced tea, Snapple. Think about Snapple. Those were college students that were just begging the stores and, hey, put our Snapple drinks in front, and look at where Snapple is today. All that happened because of the creativity that is unique with our society, with our community, with who we are as human beings. The desire to do better, the desire to challenge ourselves. I am so impressed to see that our students will be pitching their ideas today to a group of professionals, to experts, to their very professors, to show us what they've been thinking. I always tell people, I mean, if I lived many, many centuries ago, we would still be living on trees or in caves, because I don't think I have that capacity to be as creative as all of you are. The only thing I could create, I could think of, and I was thinking of launching a business in that, was to create an umbrella for the beach. And then I found out that other people had done it and had done it even better than I could do it. And that's why I got into my own profession of teaching and then into administration. But just remember, there is no idea that is not good. Every single idea that you have can be improved upon and will lead to success. I thank you for what you are doing. I wish you good luck in everything that you do. It's a great challenge out there. And I know our faculty, our staff have prepared our students to face this challenge. And today you will have an opportunity to present that. And we will all be proud. Our society will be better. Our community will be better. San Francisco City will be a better place because of you. Enjoy the day and good luck in your presentations. Thank you again for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was very, very inspiring. You could pause for a moment, take that in. You know, one thing that's so wonderful about this format is that when this event's over, you can go back to the live stream We're live streaming right now on the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation's YouTube channel. You can go back to that moment of what the Chancellor just shared, and you can watch that over and over again. It's like the ability to read a book, right? You can go back and pick up things over and over. So really inspiring. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. What I'd like to do next is I'd like to invite the doctor founder that has brought us the Preapp. And so, sir, could you please unmute yourself, join us, and share with us a bit about the Preapp and how we are using the Preapp for this event. Thank you again for being here and for supporting our event with this amazing piece of technology. I look forward to hearing you share.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome everyone to an exciting session. Today, in the audience, as audience members, you're not going to be passive spectators, but you're going to be active participants in the event. While the presenters, they will present their ideas, ventures, startups to you, you will play the role of investors called pre-investors. Do not worry about the money. We have taken care of that for you. On the Preapp that you'll be using, and which I will get to in a minute, you will be receiving 10,000 pre-money. Pre-money is a fictional digital currency on Preapp, and you will use this money to invest in the startups presenting today. But invest your pre-money wisely. Why? Because as the startups will be presenting to you, and as they compete to raise the pre-money from you, you will be competing with the other audience members to make the smartest investments in the room today. And how does that work? Simple. If the startups you invest in with your pre-money, if they do really well today and raise most money from the audience, and they land on the top of the leaderboard at the end of the event, your investment will have high returns. And all of you, the pre-investors, will be ranked based on your returns on your investments. And there is a prize for the top pre-investor. Strategy: avoid going all in on one startup. That is a high risk. Spread your investments and invest in the most investable startups. So, will you be the top pre-investor today? Let me walk you through how this app will work. So for those of you who have not yet downloaded the app, go to the website pre.vc and you'll find links to download the app, or you can use the QR code right here to scan and it'll take you to your respective app store or Play Store. Or if you do not want to download the app yet, you can use the browser version, go to pre.app and make sure you create an investor account, not the startup account, but the investor account. And you will be joining with the event code 9034. That's the event code for the event today. And once you do that, you will receive free money to invest in the startups. Now I'm going to play a short video. Why is it not taking me to the next slide? Yeah, here we are. Okay, for some reason it's not playing the video. No problems. Give me a second. I'm going to open it up in a browser. Hold on a second. You can always rely on something not to work, but as entrepreneurs, we always know, we always find a way to deal with whatever life throws at you. Just give me a few seconds here. Meanwhile, those of you who are right now registering and setting up your accounts. Here, I've got it running on my screen, and I'm going to share my screen. Here we are. Please let me know if you cannot hear the volume.
How to use the Preapp. On the dashboard, tap the Join button and enter the event code announced during your event. This is the event screen. Here you are able to rate, message, and invest in startups while they pitch. When you identify a promising startup, enter the amount of pre-money you want to invest. Then tap the Save button to submit your pre-investment. Don't worry, investments are only permanent at the end of the event. Whenever you want to adjust a previous investment, tap the text box to change it, then press Save again. Whenever you have a question or comment for a startup, tap the message button to send them your thoughts directly. After each startup's pitch, tap the Rate button below the startup's name to give your assessment of their presentation. Enter your ratings for each prompt, then tap the Submit button to finish. Follow these steps for each pitch presentation. If at any point you want to learn more about a startup or presenter, tap their name to be taken to their profile. Here you can find their website and social media links, so you can continue to follow them after the event. Once the organizer for your competition ends the event in the app, go to the results section on the dashboard to see the outcome. Here you can see the final results for the top startups, pre-investors, as well as the average ratings of the top pitches. That's how you complete an event with the Preapp. Good luck and happy investing.
And the last note, I would like to end this. Underlying all this fun, engagement, exciting is a very important purpose.
How to set up a pre-account. Go to the App Store or Google Play Store.
It is just
then
running,
locate
sorry,
and
it was
install
running my app. Okay, sorry about that. So underlying all this purpose, behind all this fun and excitement is important reason for us to connect the crowd, connect the audience with the startups. It is for you to find ways to give feedback to the startups. Either you can give the feedback to the messaging or by rating. And that, as a startup, for them, the feedback is important, it is valuable. So please take some time after you have watched the presentations, and watch all the presentations. And after each presentation, take a few seconds to rate the page and give them direct feedback. They will thank you for it. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you so much for explaining that. This is how simple it is, right? You just download the Preapp, you put that code in, you can't really see it, but nevertheless, and then you have 10,000 Preapp dollars. So do that, right? You can win $50 just by using the app and participating. How many Zoom meetings, how many digital events have you been to this year where you sit and watch and you think to yourself, I wish I could participate in some way? Well, this is your invitation to participate. So don't lose the opportunity. What we'd like to do now is introduce the 4 judges. And so I get to sit in as one of the 4 judges. So I guess I can start with myself and then I'll hand it off to one of the wonderful people here. And the 4 of us will walk through a bit about who we are. You know, I think the question is, who are we and what do we do that relates to this event? Right? What is it that we are bringing to the table for this event? How is it that we bring any value to this specific event? And so I think for me, the value that I bring is that I've been able to be a part of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation for the last 5 events. And so I've been able to see a lot of these wonderful students pitching and be able to meet with them one-on-one. Now, my background is why Vivian reached out to me. She asked if I would be the entrepreneur in residence at the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. It's a role that I had held in previous organizations, a couple nonprofits, and another organization, the local incubator that's inside Twitter's headquarters called Runway. My background in terms of what I do is I build tech companies. So I've never had a job for over 20 years. I usually focus on one company at a time. The company I'm focused on today is called Attention Live, ATTN.live. And we have some big aspirations. We'd like to think that our communication software will be as important as people look back at this time as the Gutenberg printing press was for physical communications. We think we've built an amazing tool for content creators and content consumers. And so that's what I have all my focus on. I fortunately get to work with the same team that I've built many other companies with. They choose to keep coming along for the ride with me, which I'm grateful for. I live in Santa Cruz. I have two boys, 8 and 11. I would say that's the most important thing I'll ever do, is being a daddy, and investing in them. You know, it's much more important than any business or education thing. And my family's lived here for 10 generations. My ancestor founded San Jose and founded the Presidio in San Francisco. So this is very much home, and a big reason why I enjoy participating in any way that I can serve the local community. And one way of doing that is being a part of these events. I've done a lot of pitching. I've pitched thousands and probably over 10,000 times. I've pitched something, a product, a service, something, and I've closed thousands of deals. So I understand that the majority of times people say no. And that is not the way it is today, though, for all the students. It's much different. And you'll find that in the next 3 investor panelists that introduce themselves, that these are folks that are here to say yes, yes, you can do it. Yes, you have what it takes. Yes, this is an idea worth pursuing. Yes, people want to join you. They want to be your client. They want to be your investor. They want to work for you. They want to help you, be your advisor. And so we are here to encourage you, to put courage inside of your soul. And that's what I end my introduction on, is my intention for today, is to encourage each of the students alongside these other 3 amazing investor panelists. So let me have Leah, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself to all the wonderful party people here at this event.
Thank you so much, Ian. Incredible intro and quite a bit to follow. So I will try to be as robust and interesting. My name is Leah Madden, and I'm the founder of a consulting firm called Greenprint Growth Partners. There I work with startups and venture capital portfolios on growth strategy and financial consulting. I've had my own company for a little over 3 years now and worked with dozens of primarily software companies, but also I've done work with more hard products like CPGs, consumer packaged goods, done a lot of work in the legal cannabis industry, and done some hardware work as well. Like many of those enrolled in the program and many of us on the call here, I am a CCSF alum and really was thrilled with my time there. And when Vivian and I connected, it felt very timely, and I feel fortunate to be a part of this community and to, as Ian said, coach people and cheer for you all and watch your progress and your success. So with that, I will pass it back to Ian.
Wonderful. I loved your introduction too. Next, I'd like Ernest to jump in. Please unmute yourself and tell everyone here a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, Ian. I'm sure following after you is never easy with that kind of background, but all the same, I'm so excited to be here. What I bring is more than 30 years of academia. I've taught for more than 30 years at university. I've also worked with in excess of 300 organizations of different kinds, small, medium, large, in various industries. I can say to you that in terms of areas of expertise, I'm into marketing, strategy, quality, and I've got this kind of awkward qualification called story branding. Now, obviously, as I come onto this platform today, I bring something that you need to take on board. Each and every idea being pitched today is a story in the making. If that story is going to be told in a powerful way, it will win the constituents that you are targeting. So I believe that every one of you who is presenting is actually coming as a winner, because all the time I've taught my students, I've said it starts with interest. It then goes to attention. Then from attention, it goes to concentration. From concentration, you go to understanding. When you understand, you become a genius. So today you are already at that level where you've understood and you are presenting. You feel proud and you can do it. That's my message to you. I'm encouraging you to believe you are the best. You're already a winner because you're on the platform. So I'm so pleased and I'm thankful, Vivian, because when I met her, I said to her, I want to build entrepreneurs in Africa. And I'm believing this platform is also encouraging me and strengthening me. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that too is very motivational. I just keep hearing chants of you can do it, or for all the Spanish speakers, si se puede, right? Just over and over again. And I think that's a big part of what we're doing here as panel investors. Now for our final judge, my friend Lauren. Lauren and I have had the wonderful opportunity to do all 5 of these together with Vivian. And I have found in Lauren a very wise and a very compassionate person, and what she shares with each of you students. Listen when she speaks, if you get an opportunity to have her speak into your presentation and project. Lauren, can you please introduce yourself and tell folks a bit about what you do?
Hi, thanks so much, Ian. I really appreciate it. It is really humbling to be here with you and Leah and Ernest. Thank you all for being here on the panel. I am so grateful. Vivian, Jesse, thank you for bringing us together again. This is really wonderful. It's been a wild year. It's been a year of a lot of learnings, and I think as entrepreneurs, we are really primed to thrive in a way that other people might not have been this year. We have an internal strength that allows us to be a rock in wild waters, and the skills and resources that we have brought to bear to survive this last year are the same skills and resources that our companies will need as we move forward. So as hard as this year has been, it has also been a gift of many lessons. I hope that we can take that forward, because we really need entrepreneurs as we pull out of this. So much about our economy and about our country will have changed, and we are in a great position to support a really positive future. So I'm really glad to be here with you all. I have a consulting firm. We build apps, marketplaces, a variety of digital products. We do marketing. We support the launch of new products in existing markets, and existing products in new markets. And then I advise startups and mission-driven companies in a number of ways. And I've also just recently joined RedF, a venture philanthropy, to support their accelerator. So I'll have the opportunity to continue this work, not just with for-profit companies, but for nonprofits as well. So thank you all for allowing me to be here with you today.
We're so happy that you are. Well, it is that time, everybody. We are even early. Can you believe it? We're 3 minutes ahead. But even though we're 3 minutes ahead, for every student and all the guests that are presenting, let me say this with assertiveness and a smile on my face. Do not go over 4 minutes. It will stop you. It will be bothersome. It's unnecessary. So you have to cut yourself off at 3:50 before 4 minutes. It is your responsibility. It is maybe the most important thing that you do. The reason is if you go 4 minutes and 15 seconds, you're taking 15 seconds away from somebody else. And everybody deserves their 4 minutes. In addition to that, the judges, we want to be able to ask some questions and get to know you and your idea, because it's of great benefit to you, the presenter, to have outside people hear you and then be able to respond, because you'll see what's coming across. So what's happening right now is we're going to have 21 presenters. I believe there's 15 students and 6 guests. Guests, thank you for being here. And you'll all present for 4 minutes. Then we will immediately, with no break, transition to 2 minutes of questions and answers. And then we'll go right to the next presentation, one after another. You might think to yourself, how are you going to pull that off? Well, we have effectively done it for the last 4 startup pitch competitions. So may we be graced to be effective again today. Let's get started. Our first presenter is Natasha with Level Up, one of the guest presenters for today. Everybody, let me remind you that you can get the Preapp opened up, and it is time for you to listen with intent so that you can participate by potentially investing in these different companies. So Natasha, you can go off mute. We see your screen, Level Up, and looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Natasha Kimji, and I'm the founder of Level Up. And thank you for having me here. Level Up started with a problem I was facing, sourcing a mentor to help me succeed in my career. Oh, if you can just go, yeah, that's the slide. Our mission is to empower women through mentorship, education, and community. Do you mind going to the problem slide? Yeah, no, that one. I guess there's no text there. That's all right.
Tasha would like to share her screen. We can allow her to run her screen.
Yeah, I can share my screen. Can everyone see this? Okay, so so in 2019, only 7% of FTSE 100 companies had a female CEO. Female founders raised only 2.8% of capital invested across the entire US startup ecosystem that year. And women made on average 19% less than men in STEM industries. Women need a way to connect with and access mentors because they often struggle with sourcing leadership and guidance advice to accelerate their professional activities. So Level Up is solving this problem by creating a mobile app that connects women mentees and mentors using a streamlined matching approach based on role, industry, career interests, and goals. The greater vision is to empower women to succeed professionally and build a thriving community that supports women from all backgrounds. As you can see, the Level Up app is very clean and easy to use. Users can either log in or sign up. They can choose between account types, mentor, mentee, or both, and they can search for mentors by role and industry or continue a previous conversation. The value proposition for mentees is to be able to connect with and access mentors to help them through a specific problem that they're facing, or just guide them through their career path. There will be a specific category breakdown feature to search for a mentor by role and industry, as well as career interests and goals. Ultimately, the app will be a one-stop shop for women's empowerment, courses and events, jobs board, and there will also be a community feature as well. In terms of the value proposition for mentors, they will be able to help out mentees by giving them career advice and guidance. They will also have a chance to connect with a community of other like-minded mentors. They'll be able to attend events and take courses. And lastly, they'll be able to learn from the mentee as well through the process of reverse mentoring. Level Up is not charging its users since we want to be accessible to people from all socioeconomic backgrounds. Instead, Level Up has multiple revenue streams. The first is to charge universities to use the app internally within their organizations. The second is to charge companies to use the app internally within their organizations. The third is that educational course facilitators and event organizers can post advertisements about upcoming courses and events. And lastly, companies looking to hire can post jobs in the jobs board section of the app for a fee. This is the competitive landscape. However, none of the competitors have a personalized matching feature based on role in industry, career interests and goals, as well as other aspects such as courses and events, a jobs board, and community networking. Most of the competitors are not app-based, or they will require a huge time commitment from the mentor. Level Up gives mentors and mentees flexibility to set their own time constraints and frequency of sessions. As you can see, mentorship is important at every stage of a woman's career, whether she is just starting out or is a CEO. And Level Up hopes to enable every woman to access a mentor and empower them to succeed in their careers. Come join us on our mission and sign up as a mentor or mentee on our website to get early access. Thank you.
Great presentation. Thank you for being here. Lauren, would you like to start our Q&A portion? Oh, you're on mute. Sorry about that.
Congratulations, Natasha. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being so brave and going first too. Wow, that was really an excellent pitch as well. So thank you. My first question is about your revenue model. I know that you said that you wanted to make it accessible for everyone. But then it sounds like people will need to be part of an organization that is paying for it in order to participate. Do you see any opportunity for people who aren't part of that organization or aren't part of an organization that's sponsoring it to be able to access this great tool?
Yeah, actually, so anyone can access it. It's just that the way that I'm making money is through those 4 streams, but otherwise, no, there'll be like a general section basically of the app that that anyone can use, and it's free.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
My question is, how can those that are on this event live, or maybe more importantly, how can those that watch the archive of this presentation, how can we best help you? What do you need from us? What are you looking for? And I'd love to hear some clarity on that.
Yeah, honestly, this is actually my first pitch. So in terms of, yeah, what I'm looking for, I guess, right now, so I guess just to give some clarity, the app is actually, it's still in development, and we're kind of hoping to release a beta version next year to test with some different groups. So, you know, investment obviously would be great, but might be a little bit early. So I guess I'm just kind of looking for just some mentorship as well myself, and some, you know, support and guidance through the sort of very beginning process, as well as kind of just to, I guess, build sort of public awareness about what I'm working on at the early stage.
So 33 seconds, judges.
So that's wonderful. Why don't we end on that, Natasha? Unless Lauren, there's a burning question for you. Otherwise, everybody in this chat and everybody watching the presentation, you can't help everybody, but you probably can help somebody, and Natasha might be your person. And so think to yourself, she's looking for mentorship. Do you or anybody you know have an ability to bring value to Natasha as an entrepreneur and to this business that she's begun? Natasha, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and transition to our next presenter. Our next presenter is another guest. So Hugo, we thank you for being here. Hugo is with World of Facts. And Hugo, if you want to go ahead and come off of mute and share your screen, we're ready for you.
All right. Hi, can you hear me first?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Let me share my screen. All right. And hopefully you see the deck, but not my timer and the notes, correct?
Correct.
All good? Awesome.
That's right, we're ready. Yep.
Perfect. So hi, yes, my name is Hugo and I'm the creator of the World of Facts. So today, surprisingly, I'm going to talk about facts. So let's take a step back. First, we live in a world which is more connected than ever before, which makes it easier than ever before to find information. At the same time, however, we get a lot of misinformation from all kinds of different sources. And obviously, we don't always agree on which sources are the most reliable. And that makes it really difficult to figure out what is correct or not. And to me, I call this the internet backfiring. It was supposed to be this wonderful place where everybody can come together and find information. But sadly, it arguably made things worse. It's very difficult to find what we need. And who knew that in the 21st century, we would have people still arguing on YouTube about whether the earth is flat. At the same time, thankfully, I know that I don't need to convince most of you that this is a big problem. Studies after studies show that misinformation ranks among the biggest problems that our society is facing right now. And when talking to the prototype testers that I've been interviewing, I can tell that people who really care about facts all agree that it's a very big problem. Another symptom is that we see over the last few years a decline in the trust of our traditional news media, which again means that we're starting to be in more and more of these silos of information and really distrusting what we hear. At the same time, thankfully, there is this appetite for facts and information. So we can think, for example, of big incumbent like the obvious choice of Google or Wikipedia to do some research. There's also some more niche websites such as PolitiFact or factcheck.org or Snopes that you might have heard about. And just generally speaking, the number of fact-checking outlets has exploded over the last few years. So what is missing in all of this? And what do I think that the world of facts can really add? So I'm going to summarize it with two very specific things. It's all about participation and organization. So we want to gamify the fact-checking process, and we want to better organize humanity's knowledge. So now obviously that is a very giant task to do. And this is why I could spend another 4 minutes talking about all of the different things that we were trying to accomplish here. But the idea is really to try to build a system where people come together and can engage, provide information, and really find what they like to do the best. So whether you want to be someone who just wants to learn, to be a bit more passive, or someone to be a bit more active and contribute and submit information, there will be a place for everyone. And the other way to present it is that we're not looking to build the first source of information that you turn to. We're looking to build the most reliable source of information. And this is why the starting point is actually not going to be with this very, very broad market that anybody could jump into. It's going to be more about the enthusiasts, people who are willing to come in and start to build that system from the ground up. I'm thinking about people who are already maybe players of something like Brilliant.org, which has gamified the critical thinking learning process, or the Khan Academy, which teaches great skills, or games like Peak, which is one of these brain training type of games. And as you can tell, I'm talking in the future, right? So the thing is that right now it's really day zero for the Well of Facts. The development of the prototype just started seriously in Q3, and I'm now starting to test the hypothesis, try to figure out whether it works. So I just need a lot more people to help me test the product and confirm the ideas to be able to create the MVP in 2021. And obviously, well, in 5 seconds, you can check at the potential revenue streams that we might be able to leverage for that product. And finally, just to conclude, like I said, this is really just me for now working on this project, but I'm lucky enough to have some friends and family members who have been very helpful in that process. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now we will transition to questions and answers. I'd like to invite both Leah and Ernest to unmute, jump in, and ask Hugo a question if you have one.
Hello, Hugo. Thank you for a very exciting presentation.
Thank you.
I quite like your courage and determination to face up to what is happening in the world. However, my question to you is, society seems to be very excited with gossip. And how do you see yourself finding that niche that you can make a difference, given the fact that most of these forums, especially the social networks, are growing because they seem to enjoy the gossip?
Yeah, that's a very big challenge. So I think there's a few different ways to approach that. I think that basically I want to really make it clear that it is a system which is completely unbiased. And I know this is very difficult, but I think that by making it unbiased first, it's then going to be easier to try to reach out to people who have different types of viewpoints. So it kind of goes back to this idea I said about, bringing these enthusiasts first, people who are willing to participate and want to share it, and hopefully want to reach out to others. And I think that just personally, it's something I've been doing a lot over the years, where I spend way too much time having discussion with people on different blogs and forums. So I know that it can work. You just need to be a bit more open-minded and reach out to people who have different points of view. And I know maybe it's a bit naive. It's not going to be easy, but I think it's worth trying it.
30 seconds.
Okay, I have a quick. So first off, Ugo, really wonderful. I love that you're tackling such a huge problem, right? And a concerning problem for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
You touched on this a bit. Initial question is, what type of governance do you envision? And I realize that you're very early on in the testing process, but governance essentially against bias. And then you didn't have a chance to talk about kind of the gamification piece.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could speak to that a bit as well.
Yeah, so the governance side to me starts with building consensus. That's the simplest way to explain it. So it's very difficult, but I want to take it slow on purpose, which is kind of the opposite of most of what we see online nowadays. But take it slow, really build a consensus, and slowly add building blocks on top of it. And the gamification aspect is to essentially make that part easier, because it can be a bit heavy. It's very philosophical when you're trying to think about how do we process humanity's knowledge. So trying to make it more fun, more appealing to get there. Yeah.
We're glad that you presented. Thanks for being one of our guests.
Sure.
I've gotten messages from other folks in the chat window about them being able to present. And so, yes, we'd love to invite guests to present. Obviously, we don't have room to add more today, but for our future events, we would love that. Now, I'd like to introduce Angelica with Focal Stream. If you'd like to share your screen, come off of mute. We are excited to hear what you have to say. This is our first student presenting today. And so here we are, ready to cheer you on.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Angelica, I will ring the little bell when saying like 45 seconds left.
Sure. Thank you so much, Marina.
No problem.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Angelica, and I'm here to introduce to you my company called Focal Stream. Next slide, please. Okay. The pandemic added restrictions to the way house tours were being conducted. There were many restrictions, and as real estate agents converted to virtual house tours, I began to notice that virtual house tours were being conducted in primarily empty houses, which lacked the capabilities for the potential home buyer to visualize themselves in their future home. Next slide, please. That is how I came up with the solution of Focal Stream, which is a live streaming platform primarily focused on virtual house tours integrated with augmented reality features. With Focal Stream, the real estate agent and the home buyer will be able to curate any house on the market in real time seamlessly. Next slide, please. Here's a brief overview of how Focal Stream will work. The agent and the home buyer will connect and pinpoint any house on the market through our application. They will also be able to browse through a wide variety of house furnishing websites, as well as implement those products into the live stream. It is important to note that Focal Stream will also have fit to scale components, which will have accurate measurements of the products and space being shown. Next slide, please. Focal Stream will offer 2 subscription models to further accommodate and retain our potential users. Next slide, please. Our primary target market is real estate agents. There are currently 2 million real estate agents and 5.2 million houses being sold. However, this number is consistently increasing as more people are acquiring their license, as well as interest rates are still low. Next slide, please. Our monetization strategy is to first acquire our primary target market, which is real estate agents. We will reach out to real estate agents with well-known social media presence, as well as real estate agents and various brokerages to test out Focal Stream before Focal Stream hits the market, which will then allow us to scale with partnerships with various brokerages. Next slide, please. As for our direct competitors, there currently is not any live streaming augmented reality application out on the market as of yet. However, in regards to companies that focus on virtual house tours and also with added components to those virtual house tours, Matterport and iStaging is our direct competitor. Next slide, please. 2020 has been a year of adaptation to a new normal and adaptation to newer technological advances, such as 5G, which will revolutionize augmented reality applications and also the way that we shop and how we communicate in the future. Next slide, please. What I am seeking for my company is for the opportunity to speak with large real estate corporations to bring FocalStream to life. I am fairly confident that the real estate market is waiting for an application like FocalStream to further streamline the home buying process and to also bring back rapport that was once established through in-person connections. Thank you so much. That concludes my presentation, and I'll be happy to speak with you about any questions you might have about myself or my company. Thank you.
That was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Ian.
Great job. I'm glad that we got to connect.
Thank you.
Previously,
Me too.
you did a great job today.
Thank you so much.
Lauren, would you like to start by asking a question?
Sure, Angelica, that was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am interested in kind of, I'm taking notes at the same time, so I may have missed something. Can you say a little bit about the integration where they can see kind of furniture maybe in the space?
Of course. So as they're live streaming, they'll be able to connect through, let's say, Wayfair and pick out, like, let's say a desk, since most people are seeking extra rooms to convert into home offices. So they'll be able to see how it would fit in that particular room with the accurate measurements as well. So it'll be integrated through the live stream.
Awesome. That feels like a really amazing opportunity to also then add that to the revenue model partnership with Wayfair or
yes.
Pinterest, all of them. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And that's how we will scale after we acquire partnerships from brokerages. We want partnerships with furniture companies as well.
Cool. Thank you.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Thank you.
So I think you should put your contact info in the whatever you'd want somebody to send an email or whatnot for an introduction. What you asked, just to be clear with everybody, what's been asked for is introductions to big real estate organizations or people, right? Just locally, we have organizations like Intero and Sereno Group that have started. Imagine how these large organizations that manage over $1 billion in real estate transactions could leverage this idea and what that could mean. There's other bigger companies like Realogy and Zillow. So if anybody here watching live or sees the archive and you think, gosh, this is a great idea, I should connect FocalStream with this person or this organization, please do so. That is the request that is being made by the student. And I have faith that there could be somebody here that could make a difference. Okay, we're going to go to our next presentation. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Okay, our next presentation is going to be, I believe, more than one student with Interconnect. And so if the Interconnect student or team would like to unmute themselves, we are ready to hear all about it.
Okay, cool. Can everyone hear me? We're good?
Yes, we can.
Okay, can I have my team say something just to make sure?
Hello, everyone. Mic test, mic test. Hello.
Okay, cool. Now we can start. Hello, everybody. A quick question before we start. Have you been feeling disconnected recently?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Marlijan.
I'm Rakaya.
And I'm Darzel, and we are Interconnect.
So what's the problem? Can we move to the next slide, please? So what's the problem? Well, high school and college students today are less likely to volunteer or to give to charity today than they were 15 years ago. Let me say that one more time, 15 years ago. Now, you may be asking yourself why high school and college students are less likely nowadays than before. Well, according to a study by the Stanford Center, students have given these reasons. I don't have enough time to volunteer and their schedules are too inflexible. Or I was never asked, nor was I told to volunteer. Or even, I don't have enough info and most volunteer roles aren't that interesting. Next slide, please. Well, here's the solution for that. Interconnect. We're here for you. Our app caters towards our users. Students get matched based on their own interests. Educators can keep track of their students with a dashboard, and nonprofit can market and communicate through our app. Next slide.
Perfect. Now, how is Interconnect a solution? Well, we're a volunteer management and communication startup that focuses on you, our users. We've designed an interest-based algorithm that pairs you with 5 volunteer sites a month. 5. 5 volunteer sites. Now, with our new calendar integrations, we've been able to increase the flexibility to sign up for time slots as well as schedule with ease. Now, we made the process even easier with unique class codes that can group students together. And we've created a new approval system for educators to sign off on new volunteer sites. We're also looking into adding a new convenient sign and send feature to verify hours between all parties and a dashboard for organizations as well as schools to communicate and keep track of everyone that comes through Interconnect. Next slide, please. Okay, now how much is it going to cost? Here we've laid out our 3 payment plans, the Platinum, the Emerald, as well as the Diamond. The more you pay, the more you get, kind of makes sense, as well as more features and more functionalities. Our business model and our business plan is to charge organizations to use our app to market to potential volunteers. And we're also going to be charging schools a fee to use it with their students. Next slide, please. Okay, now who are our competitors? Today, we'll highlight 2 of them, MobileServe as well as Capify. We have similarities in the features we offer. However, unlike MobileServe, we don't offer manual tracking. And we've done that in order to eliminate volunteerism dishonesty. And although we're very similar to Capify, we've simplified our volunteer matching process to accommodate you, our users. Next slide, please.
30 seconds left.
Now, you're probably wondering, how do I start today? Well, we've made it super simple for you with our 3-step process. Step 1, download our app in your app store. Step 2, do our 1-minute account setup. And step 3, start interconnecting with your community today.
And here's Interconnect in the media. Above is a link to our infomercial and below is a link to our prototype. If you haven't already, we invite you to interconnect with us at the virtual pitch room and check us out. Next
Okay, guys,
slide,
time is up. Time is up.
That was incredible. The 3 of you did many things that I've never seen on the last 4 sessions. You should really feel great about what you accomplished together in your presentation. I would like to invite Leah and Ernest to unmute yourself. Let me remind you, judges, we have a 1.5 minutes left for Q&A because I spent time talking. Sorry. Go for it.
I can jump in. Great presentation. You spoke a lot from the perspective of the user, so the student who doesn't volunteer quite or doesn't volunteer often. However, it seems that the organization is actually your customer. So can you summarize the problem from your customer's perspective?
Sure, I can surely tap into that. For our organizations, yes, they host events, they do a lot of great things. However, they're always looking for people to volunteer, right? Set up events, right? And everyone can volunteer, but it's always easier when you have more people. And it's hard to find volunteers when the only way they can find you is on their landing page or website via socials. So we've created an app so where you're able to see all of them, all your volunteer sites, all the potential volunteers, etc. As well as another problem they face is communication between everybody. We've created the app so that students can connect with their schools and schools will connect with organizations so that there's communication between all 3 and that there's always a consistent, guaranteed streamline of volunteers for the organizations.
30 seconds.
Very quickly, what would you say is your USP, unique selling point for this innovation?
Sorry, 1 second. Your
unique selling point. What makes you stand out?
Well, what makes us stand out is that no one communicates. And that's our biggest thing, is to bring all 3 components, schools, volunteers, as well as places that need volunteers, to all communicate together and to give back and to volunteer.
You did a great job. Again, I encourage you to use the chat window to clarify what your call to action is, what you're asking for. and clarify how anybody that wants to respond to that request can get a hold of you. I'd like to transition now to Donald with Neutri-Keto. And Donald, we're excited to hear what you put together for us today. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone see me, hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Donnie, and today I'd like to introduce to you Neutri-Keto. Next slide, please. Thank you, Marina. Neutri-Keto is a ketogenic medical formula. I did not make up the term medical formula. It's a real thing. It's defined by Congress in the 1988 Orphan Drug Act. And it essentially states that for you and I to be able to drink a medical formula, a doctor has to give it to us, and they have to pay close attention to us. And close attention means weekly and monthly blood labs. And if you want an example for someone who might use a ketogenic medical formula, this could be one of the 3.4 million epilepsy patients in the United States. 1/3 of those patients at some point in their life will experience a form of epilepsy where drugs can no longer control their seizures. So a clinician is going to transition them onto a medical formula, a ketogenic medical formula, or a ketogenic diet. Next slide, please. The problem right now is that my slide is not displaying correctly, and you should see medical keto formula B below the A picture. But there are two options for clinicians to choose from. And it needs to be said up front that these options have saved thousands of children's lives in the past. That is true, but they use low cost, low quality ingredient, and they have serious side effects. There are case studies where a 7-year-old with epilepsy dies of gallbladder stones because of the mismanagement while on a ketogenic medical formula. You might ask yourself, well, why would a clinician take the risk of these serious side effects? Well, it's the lesser of two problems. If a clinician is dealing with a young child who's having seizures every day, they can't get it under control with a drug. They then transition that child onto a medical formula, but the child's kidneys are not functioning optimally. That's a trade-off or a compromise that a clinician will make. But I don't think it's a compromise that a clinician has to make. Next slide, please. That leads us to our solution, Neutri-Keto. It's why we're all here today. Just kidding. We use high-cost, high-quality ingredients. I'm a science nerd. I always screw up this slide and bore everyone with a bunch of science that no one wants to hear. So I'm gonna try out something new right now. If you were a professional athlete who got paid millions of dollars to play your sport, and your trainer wanted to put you into ketosis or put you on a ketogenic diet, the shake that you would wake up and drink in the morning is very similar to Neutri-Keto. Okay, it's not similar to the other brands in the market. All I did was take the world of Olympic nutrition and sports nutrition, and I brought it over to rare genetic disorders. It is ridiculous that we live in a society where children with genetic disorders cannot get access to high quality ingredients. Next slide, please. This is how the current market's looking. Company A, Nutritia, doing 55 million in revenue last year. They charge their consumers $6 a bottle. Cambrook, they did 10 million in revenue. They're a little bit newer. They charge their consumers $8 a bottle. If you split the difference between them and you were to charge consumers $7 a bottle, you would need 200 people a day to drink your formula to achieve 1 million in sales for a year. That's one hospital system. And right now with our pilot production, we're looking at about a cost of our cost is $5.05 a bottle. Next slide.
41 seconds left.
This is our past and future. Top left is me. I wrote and employed an independent research study that was later picked up by the Mayo Clinic. That child right there is a rare genetic disorder and has achieved milestones never before seen in the literature. The foundation of his achievements were the formula Neutri-Keto that I invented while working with him. I took that to Power Brands, a beverage consultant out of Los Angeles. Top right corner is a round of one of our samples. In the future, we're going into pilot production in Denton, Texas next month. Clinical study, we've got to track 10 kids for 3 months, make sure there's no serious things. Next slide. Here's the team, there's the email. Thank you, everyone.
And time is up.
Thank you, Vivian. Oh, and Lilia did my logo. Thank you, Lilia.
That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
That was great, Donnie. Really, really good. I think it's nice to see a consumable product like this from the students. We don't see it very often. Lauren, would you like to jump in? Do you have any questions for Donnie?
Donnie, I guess my question is about your competitors. What would keep your competitors from producing something similar at a lower cost, at a higher margin? How will you survive?
Okay, it took me 7 attempts to unmute myself. I love Zoom Corona. Okay, great question. In my research for my business plan, Nutritia's revenue has not dropped at all as Cambrook's revenue has gone up. And simply put, Cambrook found new clients. In my experience working at the Mayo, I had over 30 clinicians tell me that if I put a kid on a ketogenic diet, it would kill him. And they were saying that because their only experience with a ketogenic diet had been the other person's formulas. So I actually think there's all these niche markets. That's actually what I'm focused on, that have been untouched by clinicians in research setting. And honestly, when you do, if it goes like my last research project, they just want to talk to me more. They're like, what do you got for us? We're not interested in dealing with the other companies. That's what I found in my experience.
Well, since we're running low on time, I'm not going to ask a question. I'll just end with this. I think you should pursue, I hope you pursue this, Donnie.
Oh, that's my whole life. I've been failing at business until I met Vivian at the beginning of the semester.
Well, I think there's a lot of people over history that will say a lot of the same thing over and over and over again. Vivian is a great catalyst for folks. You did a great job. Donnie, just end right now with what is your specific call to action? What is it that you're looking for?
We're not looking for investors until after our case study, but I would love an introduction to somebody at UCSF because long story short, I had a corona scare last month with my pregnant sister, and I was thinking I was going to go back to the Mayo because I have relationships there to do the case study, but now I'm thinking I'd just like to stay close. I don't want to travel anymore is what I'm trying to say. So if I got to go to UCSF, thank you.
Yeah, very good. Okay, we're going to go on to the next presentation. We now have some guests. We've just had some of our students who've done an incredible job. Actually, all the presentations have been incredible. All of you should feel really encouraged by how good this has gone. Next, we're going to have TripTow, maybe. Vam, hopefully I got the name of the person right. Welcome.
Right.
We're excited to hear what you have to say.
Thank you.
Good. Go ahead.
Right. I hope you can hear me well and see me all right.
Yes, we do.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So my name is Vam Kondraju. I am one of the founders of TripTow. I mean, I've been a management consultant or independent management consultant for many, many years in my past life. And I still remember spending like an hour or two on a Sunday evening every single week planning my trips 4 weeks out so that I can get the best rates, I get the best connections, I get the best deals out there so that I can plan my travels and manage my travels. Over a period of time, I realized that it had become a chore, like the way you do your groceries every single week. So the more I thought about it, the more I felt that there had to be a better way of doing it. And that kind of thought process was the seed due to which TripTow was born as a company. Moving on to the next slide. So what we are doing at TripTow is we are creating a travel management app that is primarily driven by a digital travel agent that can smartly plan your trips and manage them for you, and so that you can create your trips in 5 minutes or less. Now, how do we do that? We realize that most travelers take bulk of their time in identifying which hotels they want to stay in, which flights they want to fly, which connections they want to take, and so on and so forth. So we have used artificial intelligence and machine learning so that we can continuously learn over a period of time the travelers' preferences so that we can tailor the results and the searches so that they can see 5 listings which are unique and specific and personal to the specific customer and user. So that at that point, they really don't need to take a lot of time to really sort out and figure out which hotels or flights they need to take. They would rather book with confidence for what they see. So moving on, our serviceable market, if you look at the numbers, there are about close to 1 million, close to about 900,000, and that's growing steadily. But there are about 900,000 management consultants or independent management analysts who travel, who are in the US right now, and these numbers are directly from US Bureau of Labor. And management consultants, as we all know, they kind of travel almost 75% of their business days, which kind of results into about 21 million in business trips. And even after considering about 15% reduction in the overall travel for business due to COVID and whatnot, I think it lands somewhere around a little over $1 billion in terms of revenue, or target revenue that this I would say traveler segment generates year on year. Our business model, initially for the road warriors who are truly independent management consultants, it's truly free. Our revenue model is based out of the supplier commissions that we make. Eventually, our vision is to grow this app into more of a travel management company, a SaaS-based travel management company, at which point we will be ready to roll it out to small to medium-sized firms that will, and we will have $10 per trip fees. Our competition, we have a lot of competition out there, obviously, being travel industry. I think Snap Travel and Eddie Travels kind of are using the same technology, but more in the leisure space. Trip Actions is our closest competitor. This is our team. Mark is our CTO and Jonathan is the Director of Operations. A quick sneak peek into the product. What we are seeking, we are raising about 900 grand for our seed round, and we plan to grow about at a rate of 3 to 5x on a year-on-year basis.
30 seconds left.
Thank you so much for listening to me, and thanks for the opportunity. Really appreciate it. Happy to answer questions.
And we're excited to ask them. So Ernest and Leah, would either of you like to jump in and ask Vam a question about his presentation?
Donald, with what we have experienced recently, being the COVID epidemic and coming up with the app that is meant to aid travel, do you see prospects in this new business idea? As I understand, there's quite a bit of resistance to traveling or contemplating going on leisure. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, so every opportunity presents, every problem presents an opportunity, right? So we started this journey in 2019 when COVID was not in the world. And then we were about to launch our app early 2020, and then COVID hit. So we kind of used this opportunity to kind of expand our product so that we kind of make it more robust, more ready for users. I think COVID is not permanent, and my answer to that question really is man is a social animal, and invariably, no matter how long we work from home, at some point people will want to get out of home and they would want to meet people, meet their coworkers, meet their family. Meet their friends, and whatnot. So I think invariably travel will surge again. And just to add on to that, travel industry is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and if travel industry is going down, then I think that's going to create a huge impact, just not on the U.S. economy but a global economy. And travel industry is probably way too big to figure out a way to survive. That's
30 seconds.
I hope that helps answer the question.
Thank you.
My quick question is, I guess, around user churn. So you have obviously a very interesting connection to the problem being a management consultant yourself. However, it didn't seem like you had like a consumer digital product person on your team. So that's something to consider. And my question, I guess, is around, as the machine learning trains, what do you anticipate in terms of customers or losing user engagement if, for example, like the machine learning is not trained yet, and let's say in their first month, they're not necessarily getting the value of it that they should be getting?
Yeah, so early on, what we are doing is we have a homegrown solution or an algorithm that kind of does that, because when you actually sign up for the app today, we capture the preferences as a part of the registration. And we are using that preferences to continuously give them the results that they really want. But that's not really the end goal. Our end goal is to learn as the history grows, as we kind of pile on data, so that then we can learn their preferences more effectively and then show them the results that they need. But right now we are capturing those preferences up front, trying to give them a solution that they really want to see. But then, as I said, again, we are learning from as we gather data.
20 seconds.
Thank you so much. We're glad that you joined us as one of our guests. I think it's great for students to observe pitches like yours to see how other folks are doing it independent of Vivian's guidance. So you did a great job. Thanks for being here. We're going to bring up our next guest presentation, Lee Veritas. That may or may not be how it is pronounced. Forgive me, we have not yet met. Why don't you unmute yourself, introduce yourself and your company. I believe it's Veritas Biosciences. We're looking forward to hearing what you share.
Hi, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity and for Vivian's invitation to join. My name is Liza Danan. The company is called Veritas Biosciences. I'm the CEO and founder of the company. We are a hybrid life science data and analytics company, harnessing molecular integrity for early informed decision making using an established tool called mass spectrometry.
Excuse me, Liza, the PowerPoint, your slides are not playing yet.
Oh, okay. Let me,
there you go. Thank you.
Is it playing now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. Mass spec is a tool for weighing molecules that everywhere, and molecules are everywhere around us. It can differentiate the good actors from bad actors in various aspects of our lives. In the world of drug development, there are over 400,000 drug candidates that are tested annually, costing $190 billion to develop these candidates. And the success rate is only about 0.3%. And that's about 50 drugs approved by the FDA every year. A lot of the costs are actually due to failures in regulated human clinical trials. And mass spec is the only way to confirm the identity, purity, and stability of a candidate with absolute certainty. Across-the-board implementation of this tool in the industry would be critical to lower the overall costs. However, the implementation comes with limitations, and at Veritas, we turn them into viable and profitable business opportunities. We make this possible by our Dream Team's collective 9-decade experience in the biopharma industry. We were exposed to the challenges of mass spec implementation every single day. We had to develop the solutions to address the limitations head on. In the world of mass spec, actually, it's not the tool that matters. It's actually the touch. And so 3 members of the Dream Team have previously worked together at a company called StemCentrix. It was acquired for $5.6 billion in 2016. And we decided to join forces again to codify the solutions we developed and avoid advancing bad candidates through the pipeline. And so together, we are breaking the bottlenecks of mass spec analysis through our unifying AI-powered platform, which is at the core of the smarter analytical labs we are building. We currently have hundreds of workflows that are ready for execution in the lab. And by applying these workflows, we can generate data for systems integration and formulate unique, scalable, and repeatable solutions powered by artificial intelligence. Our goal is to generate reportable results within hours and not weeks for our clients. So when we apply our faster solutions throughout the drug development process, where we filter out bad candidates early, we thereby reduce the cost. And I have done this before as head of mass spec at StemCentrix. Together with the Dream Team, we're doing this again, but faster and earlier in the process. Early intervention through analysis of the drug candidates is actually the key to avoid costly clinical failures. And we're excited to offer our solutions to the greater biopharma community.
45 seconds left.
So currently we have 2 paying biotech clients and 1 letter of intent from a strategic partner. We're in discussion with 2 multi-billion-dollar mass spec companies, which have repeatedly expressed that they need our help right now. We're raising $2 million for early seed. You're using this to secure the lab, service our growing list of clients, and generate revenue fast. There are 3 companies right now. Collectively, they've raised $450 million in the space. One of them filed for IPO beginning of this year, and they've only generated $120,000 revenue to date. And so our barrier to entry is actually much lower than these 3 companies, costing us less
I'm sorry, time is up.
of their working capital.
I'm sorry, time is up. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You can leave that slide on.
End with this slide in summary.
Sorry, thank you.
So for my question, I'd like you to read the slide for 15 seconds. So go ahead. And
thank you.
Is there anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So what I'm just showing here is a company in summary. The market really is a beachhead TAM of $22 billion, which is a drug discovery testing. And our solutions are vertical agnostic. Therefore, within 5 years, we can scale this to over $100 billion. Current revenue PO is actually $7,000, and we're expecting 1.5 million next year through our expanding client list. And
Well,
here are our
okay, great.
unit
Let
economics.
me pause you there. Thank you for going over the market side and the revenue. Obviously, you're a very impressive entrepreneur. It's great to have the students be able to pitch alongside somebody like you. What a gift for them. Lauren, do you have a question?
Go ahead, Ian. I'm still
Very good.
unpacking.
So right now you're raising $2 million. And so help me understand what makes the person a right investor. Is there a minimum and you're just looking for money? Any money that comes in is great. Or are you looking for a specific type of person or organization that is coming not just with their money, but also with their ability to be on your board, be an advisor, help open doors, et cetera? So can you just give us some clarity on what you're looking for?
Thank you for that question. Wonderful question. So we're looking for advisors and we're looking for strategic investors right now. There are, we are in connection right now with various angel investors, strategic investors. We want to expand our reach to VCs as well, early stage VCs. Board seat is also is also available.
And then do you have a set investment document, or are you?
Yes. Our preference is to use the SAFE. And the valuation cap is $10 million, and the earlier investors will receive perks and discounts.
Okay. Well, that sounds like something that somebody looking for deal flow should look into. So for those investors that are on this call live, or for those that see this archive, or maybe your organization cuts this moment and uses this as a marketing piece in some form or fashion, there it is. SAFE agreement with some sort of perk, maybe a percentage discount, $10 million valuation cap. Seems like an amazing team and like you have great ambitions. So thank you for being here. All of us, including the students, appreciate having you with us. We're going to transition to our next guest presenter. This company is called Ecard Me. And so if you'd like to unmute yourself and share your presentation, I'm not sure if you go by Fred or the longer name. So
Fred,
okay,
fine.
very good. Well, hi, Fred. Thank you for being here. We are looking forward to your presentation. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for a great opportunity. I'm a student at a city college, and I took a video class last semester, and I'm spending some time at the broadcasting department. It's been great so far. So I'd like to introduce you all Ecard Me. Ecard Me, it's electronic business cards and a link generator, and it's free. And I believe that's all you need. So a digital business card builder and a link generator, as I say. And here on the left, you can see my digital card. You see my photo, you see my name, my personal information that I want to add, and links that I want to share with my clients or my friends or my prospectors. The problem that I see today is out of 10 billion cards printed each year, 8 billion will be toasted in a week. The world is running out of trees. And the paper business card is running out. So it's going to be out of business very soon. The regular update on a business card, it's very costly. So you basically have to print a new card. If you need to change your phone number or change your email, you need to print another business card. And for the link side, on Instagram only allows you to have one link on your bio. You cannot have more than one link on your bio. Too many links on email and flyer, it's overwhelming people. When you send an email, you add too many links on it. When you have your flyer, you add too many links on it. It can be overwhelming for people. The solution that I see, you can share your digital card, not a photo. You don't take photo of your card on app and send it over. You build your digital card and send it to everyone. Ecard is a mobile app that is easy and it's already available on Apple and Google Store. Google Store. In fact, we already have 114 users. We just started a couple of weeks ago, and it's open up. So the e-card, it's updated on real time. So every information that you add in your card, if you change your phone number, will be changed on a real time. All right, target marketed. You know, I believe everyone that uses a business card can use Ecard Me. The market size, 10 billion cards are printed per year. 4 billion cards are printed in the US itself. Opportunities that I have seen today, you know, marketers are using Instagram more and more. So they will need the link for the Instagram account. Online introductions and meeting are norms today. So you don't need pass a business card anyway. You know, you just send your electronic business card to people, your information. The business card industry represents 1 billion in the US itself. How Ecard will make money? First of all, Ecard is free. I'm working on a premium version with more functionalities. You know, it should be ready in 6 months or so. I'm running this free version right now, so I'm ready to go with a premium version sometime soon. And of course, I'm hoping to do advertisement on the app as well. Competitors, Linktree. Linktree can only have a link, and if you want to go pro, you pay $6 a month. And we have a few others also that you can use, but they only generate a link. None out of those competitors will generate a business card, only a link. So I'm asking you right now, if you can download the app, create an account. I'm going to share your link right now. Share your card with your contacts through the app, you know, copy and paste the link that we're going to generate for you. Share on your Instagram account, you know, help me share the word. You know, I'm still a city college student.
37 seconds left.
All right, thank you. So share the link, you know, use the app, follow us on Instagram. And I'm looking also for investors, and I'm looking for investors that can help me speed up this process. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. That was great. And I think there's a lot of energy around this business model. So, would you like to jump in with a question? You're still on mute.
Thank you. So good eye. So my question is around essentially who are your early adopters? I think your assessment of business cards are changing is correct, but they're changing, I think, very differently across all demographics. So what's your go-to-market with regards to early adopters?
Well, I believe I don't have a specific market. As I say, people that use business cards, you know, sellers, doctors, private tutors, you know, executives, whoever use a business card, they can build this digital business card and share with others.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Ernest, go ahead, jump in with the question if you have one.
Very, very innovative and courageous idea. But maybe you can help us appreciate something very important, which is the fact that we seem to be drifting away completely from the business card. Ideally, you see this poster that goes about saying that the mobile phone has taken away virtually all functionalities, including watches, etc.
30 seconds.
Yeah, isn't it increasingly we are relying on a mobile phone with all functionalities rather than worry about a special platform for a card? Thank you.
That was great. Fred, thanks for being here to share. You mentioned Linktree. I know there's some other folks. I've seen some TV campaigns for competitors. You said you don't have a specific market, so I would encourage you consider one really, really deep route that you're going to serve one niche customer just incredibly well and spread out success from there. May you be successful. We're going to go to our next student presenter, Itme. And so here we are, and we are ready. Take it away.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Saba Bagharzadeh, founder and CEO of Itme. I'm a technical and conceptual fashion designer, and Itme is an apparel web application with customization options. Our purpose is to bring love to the forefront of society and to provide a safe space for the LGBT community where they can feel a better sense of belonging. Sorry, I was having some technical issues. Fashion has a strong relationship with social and personal identity and how we express our sense of true self. However, the LGBT community needs are mostly being neglected by the fashion industry today. The ready-to-wear or off-the-rack clothing have never been able to solve the problem of sizing. In today's world, sizing have lost its meaning and usually can have negative connotations for some people. I mean, a size 2 is a size 4 is a size 8, and last but not least, the textile waste has a huge impact on our environment. According to BBC Future, an average American makes about 82 pounds of textile waste every year. Thank you. We design garments based off of LGBTQ community needs, and this self customization will give them freedom to express their authentic self. The garments are made based on clients' body measurements, resulting in a better fit. And while a waste truck full of garments ends up in landfill sites every second as we speak, Itme is aiming on building an emotional connection for the clients and minimizing our ecological footprint. Our target market, next slide. It's LGBTQ community, obviously, and its allies, gender nonconformists, and the millennials. And the future is non-binary. And to give you an example, the gender-neutral fragrance market have seen a growth from 17% in 2010 to 51% by 2018, according to Mintel. And according to CMI's survey, 73% indicated that they tend to buy from companies supporting LGBT communities. So, the next slide. Supporting the LGBT community and its allies is in Itme's DNA. The LGBT community has 790 billion buying power in the US and 3.7 trillion worldwide. And according to CMI's last survey, 40% of them purchase articles of clothing that cost more than $100. Next slide. We are a fully online platform. We offer limited edition RTV collections with the capacity of making it a customizable made-to-order garment. For the customization option, clients can fill in a body measurement chart on our website and choose from a variety of available details provided for each garment. We are going to promote via social media such as YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
45 seconds left.
Here are some of, can we go? Yeah, perfect. Here are some of my potential competitors. Some offer made-to-measure clothing and some ready-to-wear. Next slide. We have two other talented individuals on board recently. Handan Bigday is a Bay Area graphic designer, and Samir Akar is a professional tailor and sample maker. And I would love to find a co-founder whose expertise would complement mine and the team and has experience in finance and business operation. And I would love to, can we go to next? And I would love to join or be introduced to more LGBT groups and
time is up.
Find
Thank you.
a mentor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
And it's been nice to see many of the students create different things around, groups that are not being served. So thank you for bringing that to this event. Lauren, do you have a question?
Saba, I really appreciate all of the different causes that you identified that the app addresses. I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about the revenue model, who pays for it, how do you generate revenue?
So I'm thinking about just doing it a B2C business, running it as a B2C. So clients will purchase online and we'll see how it goes from there.
Thank you.
If you had one specific type of customer that you focused on, and the more niche and more specific, the better, can you just describe that person for me?
Probably someone in a creative field, a millennial, as I said, who loves style, obviously, and loves art and appreciates dressing up.
That's a great answer. My feedback to you is that if you can get absolute clarity on who that person or who those people are and communicate with them and include them in the process of your development, that would be super important. And it sounds like your call to action is that you're looking for a co-founder that's a business oriented person. And so hopefully that will come to you quickly, maybe from somebody in this community. So thank you for being here and presenting to us. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, we're ready for you, Dante, with Offworld.
Hi, my name is Dante. I'm the founder of Offworld. Next slide, please. So my objective is to create a brand that generally wants to make a new, hip, like t-shirt designs that are not to today's standards. So basically, I don't want the brand to be like use its own images. It's like it's only bit fresh, a fresh new brand with new designs and it's innovative. Next slide, please. Yeah. So the problem is that shirt companies are not the small shirt companies lack like being in the new big market. Images are overused. Like internet images are used on shirts just to sell and make profit, which I kind of don't like. Like I get it, but we need new product to be out there in the new market. Next slide, please. So yeah, the solution, Offworld will create new designs that will resonate with each special individual. So next slide, please. Currently, the target market that I'm trying to go towards is millennials and the hip Gen X. So roughly millennials spend about $2,000 average. Then this was recorded on the U.S. News and World Report. And according to a Credence research, the global market for T-shirts is continuing to skyrocket from 2019 to 2017. Next slide, please. So the customers, for customers' view, they will buy the shirt that will reflect off their personality. They will fit any of the fashion styles that they will create when they buy a shirt. And of course, there'll be like variants of the shirts. So it wouldn't just be like one design that's just a white t-shirt. It'll be like white design or like black shirt and so on and so forth. Next time, please. So how Offworld will make money? We would the first online stores would be made. That's how I would want it to start. Through an e-commerce website. Then after that, I would like to go to brick and mortar stores and have my own like shirt shop, so I could get face to face with actual customers, build relationships with them, and be able to sell more. And for social media, since it's the biggest thing that this generation is using today, would obviously be used because we have lots of small businesses making money on social media like Instagram, Facebook, and I would like to be one of those small businesses and hopefully make it bigger as I go. The types of payment will be Apple Pay, Venmo, cash, card, and yeah. I'm so sorry. Next slide, please.
40 seconds left.
So these are our competitors: Gap, TJ Maxx, basically any big brand that we're trying to go against. But we want to be new, fresh, and different. Our biggest competitor will probably be Supreme because they are a huge influence on the fashion industry. Next slide, please. And this is Offroad. We are a brand that wants to fit your persona. thank you, and I'm willing to ask questions.
Thank you for your presentation. It was nice and clear about what you're doing and what you're going after. So, Ernest, would you like to jump in with a question?
Yeah, certainly. I would think that if one was going to be putting money into a business as an investor, they want to answer to the market. But I hear you saying, I don't like this, I like to see this. Is that the market's perception or interest, or is that your feeling?
Yeah, it's more of my feeling, but like, well, yeah, it's more of my feeling. But I think what this market needs is new, because everyone knows all the big brands, but it lacks new product. Like Nike, it's been around for quite a while, along with, like, say, Gucci, Supreme. I think we need more innovative small businesses to be able to make it to the top and make, like, have a place in the market.
50 seconds.
So I think your idea is actually interesting. You know what popped into my head was I would pitch this as like the SoundCloud of streetwear type of thing. And that's what I originally thought you were doing, but then it sounds like you're actually going to produce the designs. So can you clarify that? Are you also going to do designs? Are you more going to be a platform for, you know, unknown streetwear producers who can only make, let's say, 5 shirts at a time or whatever? Is that what you're going to be?
I was trying to integrate that too, because currently I made like a few designs, but like I want more people to come together and be able to, like you said, be the SoundCloud of streetwear, where we have new, fresh graphic designers who want to be able to sell shirts with us and be able to get out there and have their name out in the world.
Wonderful. Thank you for giving us that clarity.
Thank you.
And we'll be ready for our next student. So I'd like to invite Leslie to introduce us to critics and lovers.
Hi guys, my name is Leslie. I'm the founder of Critics and Lovers, which is a neighborhood coffee and plant shop. Marina, next slide, por favor. Okay, so Critics and Lovers, I'm going to be addressing, like, what it's supposed to be is I'm addressing a major problem in the coffee industry, which is the total lack of connection. You know, most people, they just go to a coffee shop, get a latte, and leave. It's a lot of just like grab and go, and I gotta run. And that's not really the purpose of Critics and Lovers. It's supposed to feel like a home, and that's also why, you know, plants and everything. So it's a watering hole for friends, neighbors, first dates, to come and get a drink and grow with each other. Next slide. About me, I've worked in coffee for the past 5 years. And this idea really came to form during quarantine, after, you know, having some job insecurity and everything. But my passion for coffee runs so deep, it's literally in my blood. And that's why this place is the goal. Next slide. What makes us so special? So all of our beans are going to be roasted in Berkeley at a cooperative. So they teach classes and they have a very large roasting facility. And so each bag is roasted specifically for us to very high level of, you know, specifications to get the best taste. And each cup of coffee, whether it's drip or cold brew or espresso, is going to be special and made with care. Next slide. About the menu. So of course we'll have all the standard coffee menu drinks, such as drip coffee, cold brew, AeroPress coffee, and specialty lattes. baked goods from local bakeries, such as Biota Bakery over in Oakland and People's Donuts, and then a grab and go refrigerator featuring snacks and beverages such as like LaCroix, San Pellegrino, Voila Juice from Oakland. Next slide. All right, and then so we are also a plant shop. So we offer a carefully curated selection of houseplants and succulents sourced from like Half Moon Bay and up north in Marin from local nurseries. We'll also offer a selection of pots. So you have everything you need to create your own little urban jungle. Next slide. And so our customer market is really just San Francisco and whoever happens to come on in. And so these percentages are just the makeup of the city. And so it's really just anyone who has spending power and is looking for a delicious beverage or snack or a good place to like hang out and meet up with people. Next slide. And then all right, thank you. Our revenue streams are the front of house, the plant shop, and eventually wholesale. The wholesale is going to be supplying like grocery stores and other cafes with beans or, you know, whatever may have you. I'm also toying with the idea of selling like coffee equipment, like fellow kettles and things like that. Next slide. The competition. So of course we have like big coffee chains like Starbucks, Blue Bottles, Pete's, and other plant stores in this city. But what makes us different is like we're really just a neighborhood plant store. I want to know everyone's name when they come in, and I want to know what they order. Thank you.
Thumbs up. Thank you.
Great presentation. Lauren would like to jump in with a question.
Alrighty.
I am trying to kind of connect the beginning to the end, that the major problem is the lack of connection.
Yes.
And that most people just come in and get a latte and go. So can you talk more about how you see this as the solution to that problem?
So you know how Blue Bottle, they're mostly just like kiosks, or Pete's doesn't really offer a lot of seating. I think like the best example of cafes with a lot of seating are going to be places like Phil's or Simple Pleasures in the outer Richmond. And that's what I really want to address with Critics and Lovers, is having a place to actually sit down. I don't plan on offering Wi-Fi, so it forces people to come there and connect with others. Even offering like a selection of board games or books to just get people interacting.
Thank you.
59 seconds.
Your business opportunity is very interesting. I wonder if you've considered creating a digital version. I get the feeling that may not be something that you are thinking fits with your brand. Nevertheless, you're providing community, coffee, plants, and if you're able to cultivate some sort of monthly or weekly gathering around the East Bay, around the South Bay, around different areas where you could gather people together digitally, maybe you deliver a plant and a treat and a coffee, and everybody's enjoying the same type of thing at the same time, and it's a Critics and Lovers lunch. You may want to consider something like that, because I think that your brand could translate pretty well to the need for connection and the need for new fresh plants and new fresh coffee for people sitting at home. So not a question, more of a thing for you to consider. You're welcome to respond before we wrap up. Okay, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll
We're
think
going to
about
go
it.
ahead and, yeah, it's just something to consider. You never know what, and I'll give you two examples that have done it really well. One is called Voice Lunch, VoiceLunch. They've done them all around the world, but you could bring that just locally. Another is called the Voice Den. They've created a very kind of closed community. So either of those may be a good example for you. We're going to go ahead and go to the next presentation. Kathleen with Decolonize, would you like to share your screen, unmute yourself, and introduce us to what you've been working on?
Hi, let me just share my screen. You guys see it? Oh, did it freeze?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Kathleen Escolta, and I'm the founder and creator for Decolonize, an upcoming app advocating for cultural revival in an academic context. Decolonize will not only have a collection of free resources ranging from Black novels to Indigenous poetry to immigrant experiences, but it will also be a safe place to exchange ideas and connect with people. So a major reason for developing this app is because the American curriculum does not really reflect the growing diverse population. Our public school textbooks are centralized in war, presidents, and politics, understandably. And the books we read for English class are the same books the students the last decade read and the one before that. It's also important to note that a lot of these authors are white Americans, which is cool, but the literary works we digest now does not really reflect the standard classroom anymore. At Decolonize, we deemed it necessary to dig deeper and rediscover history through our eyes about our heritage and culture, and even what it means to be a person of color in America. And how we solve this? A focal point we want to emphasize is accessibility. We want you to have access from everything from Assata Shakur's autobibliography to Audre Lorde's poems. Once we're up and running, we plan to have a monthly live discussion led by the community with guest speakers like local activists, educators of color, and historians as part of our monthly book club. And although competitors such as ebooks or the Kindle app offer free books, Decolonize challenges the idea that we can read on the go, discuss our favorite chapters and moments, and create an understanding community all in one app. You might be thinking, why now? To which I would respond, well, why not earlier? We believe all these resources we plan to offer should have been available as early as middle school. And considering we're still in a pandemic, this is a perfect time to get lost in a book, to stimulate your mind and learn new things that you wouldn't have learned in your average history class. And in light of the Black Lives Matter movement and the murder of George Floyd, may he rest in power, it's a crucial time to educate yourself and understand why these uprisings are happening and how this isn't new activism, because the revolutionaries before us laid the groundwork, and it's up to us to continue that work and strive for real change. And at the end of the day, you're never too old to learn something new. Our target market consists of 19.9 million students, college students, who enrolled as of this past June. But our niche market is the 9.4 million non-white college students who don't learn about their history unless they're a history major like me, or they're forced to take a 3-unit ethnic studies course to reach graduation requirements. We plan to make money in a variety of ways. Through exclusive monthly subscriptions where we send you our favorite poems and goodies like stickers and coloring pages by artists of color. We plan to promote apps that pop up in your feed before you watch videos. We plan to also do banner ads at the bottom of your screen while you're reading your favorite bibliography. And lastly, through email marketing. As a proud daughter of immigrants and a future educator, I want to emphasize the importance of accessibility and literary works by Black revolutionaries, Indigenous folks, and people of color. Times are changing and we need to do our homework outside of the classroom. Diversify your reading list and connect with us. I'm also looking for other people of color who are passionate for change and love to learn to join the team or be a professional mentor. Please contact me if this sounds like you. And thank you for your time and consideration.
That was wonderful. History in our eyes. Great slogan. Leah, would you like to jump in with a question?
Yeah, this is really wonderful. And I love talk about like tackling a big problem. This is a big problem. And so good for you for jumping on it. I guess you know what I love is that it sounds like you're going paid from the jump, which is, I think, a good strategy because it'll be harder to get adoption, but down the line, you'll have less churn, you'll be less at kind of the mercy of advertisers and things like that. On that note, what do you think your pricing model looks like?
I mean, for like our monthly subscription, I haven't really thought too much into it, but I definitely want to like advocate for small businesses. So if they want to like promote their stuff on my site, and I would be able to include that. And I wanted to like I said, send out goodies. So like I want to promote local artists as well. So I also want to collaborate, and hopefully that will up my revenue.
1 minute.
Got it.
Well, it sounds very revolutionary. I am just impressed by the courage to try and project a business within it. Would you think this could be profitable or could break even?
I think this would be profitable because like I said, like considering the summer and a lot of the uprisings, a lot of people are more open to learning and like educating themselves. So I think like reading is always a good investment. So I think we'd always have like a target market to like profit on and like help. If that makes sense.
Time's up.
That
Okay.
was wonderful.
Thank
you so much for presenting.
So we can go
All right,
back.
Sterling. Yeah, Sterling, we're going to go to you next with the silver lining properties. We're looking forward to hearing what you share.
Hi, so let me just pull this up here. So first and foremost, my name is Sterling, and I'm going to be talking about my startup, Silver Lining Properties. I want to thank you all for being here, and I also want to be very transparent with you all that my pitch deck is minimal, but I'm hoping that my verbal pitch can supplement for that. So first, I want to ask you all, since the pandemic began, whether or not you've considered that you've used more or less energy than before shelter in place. I want to start off by stating the obvious that our planet is in need of some serious help. Climate change has been a contributing factor towards the rising number of fires and hurricanes within the United States, and many scientists believe that unless we take action now, our planet may become unsalvageable by the year 2035. Many think that the rehabilitation of the Earth is a lost cause, but according to the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research, carbon emissions have experienced a reduction by 8.8% since the beginning of this year. What does that tell us? Next slide, please. That there is still hope. Humans are capable of reducing the amount of carbon emissions used, thus rehabilitating our Earth. Now, when I first began this journey into looking into real estate and seeing what could possibly be my niche within this industry, I was really interested in fix and flipping houses. But after finding out about eco homes based in San Francisco, I wanted to delve deeper into that and see what I could do about potentially, oops, I'm sorry. Great. I'm sorry, my slides. I'm just not going to use the script, but I wanted to figure out what I could do to potentially help. So that inspired me to begin my journey into looking into properties within other states, particularly in Florida and Texas. There's one city in particular, which is based in Austin, Texas, which a lot of tech companies are gravitating towards, including Oracle and Tesla. And I want to see about possibly investing in houses around there, fixing it up so that it's safe enough for families to inhabit, and then install appliances that would ultimately reduce the amount of energy being consumed. My target market consists of millennial families, middle class, and I would like to, I know that a lot of companies like to tear down properties and build them up and add a very hefty price tag on it, and my goal is to rehabilitate properties without tearing it down, and then just adding on eco-friendly appliances and putting it on the market so that it doesn't inflate the market prices. And that's about it for my pitch.
Great job. Lauren, do you have a question you'd like to start us with?
Go ahead, Ian. Thank you.
So Sterling, how can we help you? If there's investors here that could potentially be involved financially, or maybe advisors or connections, like, can you just tell us clearly, like, what are you looking for right now, and how can this community live and those that watch the archive be of help and support what you're looking for?
I'm looking for, I mean, specifically some sort of mentor, just because I know this is a very, in terms of like this market specifically, there are a lot of investors who are doing fix and flipping. So I want to figure out how I can figure out this particular market, and how I can negotiate prices within these appliances so that it's still affordable for families to use. I feel like in terms of eco-friendly homes, they've sort of been branded as like a luxury. I don't agree with that. And I think that since a lot of families will be moving into these cities, like Austin, for example, I want to be able to advertise this as an affordable option for a home, for an eco home. Because conserving energy shouldn't only be limited to those who, are earning a higher income. It should be, available for everyone. So yeah.
Lauren, is there anything you want to jump in with?
Sterling, we've had a lot of folks move out of the Bay Area and move out of cities in general over the last, probably 9 months now. How are you thinking about shifts in real estate, and how do you think about the role of gentrification in what you're doing?
It's definitely, in terms of the real estate in Austin, it's going to be a lot more pricier. And I think with gentrification, I've actually noticed that myself within San Francisco as a native San Franciscan. My goal is not to do that. My goal is to simply fix up houses to a point where, in terms of their market value, they won't be higher than the market value, than the surrounding properties. Because what you'll notice with a lot of the properties in San Francisco, what these investors will do is they'll tear down these properties, make them into multi-million-dollar condos, and then sell them off. And that's how gentrification starts. I still want to retain the character of these neighborhoods. I only just want to make it livable and then install these appliances.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great presentation. I think we are ready for our next student. So I'd like to invite Cameron with Keep Carbon Sunk up to unmute yourself, share your presentation, and introduce us to your company.
Great. Yeah, thank you. Let me just pull it up here. So hi, everybody. My name is Cameron Hendricks, and I'd like to welcome you to Keep Carbon Sunk. The purpose of Keep Carbon Sunk is to efficiently and effectively convey information to consumers that empower them to make more informed purchasing decisions. The company will have 3 focuses in order to do so: research, information, and design. So the goals are to curate accurate and well-supported data to support the information that would be disseminated to customers, so that they are empowered to make more informed decisions, and convey that information through simple and attractive design. The way I see this working is first with measuring and tracking embodied carbon expenditures for consumer goods and standardizing the way that that is done. After doing so, I would like to apply that information to packaging labels, specifically of consumer products, so that when purchasers and consumers are at the store, they can more critically examine the products that they buy for their homes. And ultimately, the goal here would be to eliminate or reduce the amount of carbon that is being released into the atmosphere. I view the solution as simplifying it most fundamentally is connecting the dots between lowering carbon emissions and purchasers making more informed buying decisions. I think there's 5 achievable and sequential goals in order to reach this solution. First is standardization of the measurement of embodied carbon. Second is design, and the design specifically of a label that conveys this information to purchasers. Third is proliferation of this labeling system across all consumer products, or as many as that is possible. 4 is the influence that this will have when consumers are empowered to make these decisions and fifth, and most importantly, is ultimately the reduction of carbon emissions. So why is this the time? It's no secret that emissions specifically related to greenhouse gases have been increasing, which is driving increased temperatures across the globe, as well as other kind of correlated impacts that are generally seen to be pretty negative for us as a species, as well as others. Carbon itself is emitted through kind of the entire life cycle of products as they're manufactured, transported, and disposed of. And embodied carbon measures the total carbon expenditure of any given product. So I view the market opportunity as being more transparent to consumers, which would have a direct impact on building and boosting consumer loyalty for companies. I think it's been demonstrated that shoppers and consumers are willing to pay more for products when they know that they are being more transparent with them. And I think that while there are some companies in the sustainable labeling market, none currently are focused on embodied carbon. I view customers as being made up of three segments. Direct customers are purchasers of consumer products. Secondary customers are businesses that want to be more green conscious and appeal to their consumers. And tertiary customers are really the citizens of the globe, all species. Potential competitors, there's a number of companies that are in the space of sustainable product labeling. However, the differentiation for Deep Carbon Sunk is the proprietary design and the ability to quantify and convey embodied carbon information.
Cameron, I'm sorry, time is up. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Great job. I'd like to invite Ernest or Leah to jump in with a question.
Well, I'm personally excited about this type of business, but the quick issue that I wanted you to think about is, do you see any relationship with the previous pitch, which is also looking at more or less the same area?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by Sterling's presentation. I certainly do see an ability or a similar kind of vision to reduce emissions and make a more sustainable kind of world for all of us.
Thank you.
My question is, it sounds like you're very much in sort of the formulation, I guess, of your approach of how you would provide these ratings. And correct me if I'm wrong there. So can you speak a bit to it? My strong guess is that you have a background in this. Can you talk a little bit about your background and why you're the person to lead this company?
Sure. So my background specifically is in accounting and finance. I've been a professional for 12 years. I've taken a number of courses through CCSF, one of which was environmental science, which we learned about the embodied carbon expenditure and ways in which to calculate that. I think what I'm seeking specifically is, specialists in design, research and development, et cetera, who could, tailor the calculations and make it kind of easily digestible by the consumer who would be buying the products ultimately. So I would need some expertise in that area.
Great.
Great job. Great questions. Love being a part of this. This is good stuff, everybody.
Thank you.
We're going to go next. Yeah, Cameron, you did great. And it was nice to see the correlation between you and Sterling. Okay, Lemon Life Studios. April, take it away.
Hi, we would like to welcome Lemon Life Studios. I'm the founder, April Young.
And I'm Mohammed Shahid, co-founder.
Next slide, please. Today, the majority of people are disconnected and neglected from a sense of community and self-development due to the stresses of life, from relationships, family conflicts, overscheduling, work, and school.
These circumstances are pulling us away from who we are and for maintaining peace and personal well-being for a large part of the population.
We're on the path to creating, next slide. We are on the path to creating a super wellness center,
offering services to families, corporate companies, and individuals, gaining insight on navigating through your thoughts, work, and personal relationships, knowing your daily nutrition and food intake, and how to start with your current fitness level and progress in a safe and comfortable way.
Members will also be able to join a variety of educational classes and communities under the Lemon Life Hub, as well as take part in weekly and monthly social events.
So these are some of the effects of stress on the body in the next slide.
Oh, maybe it's not on there. Okay, well, you guys can't, not that one. There's another slide. But anyway, so
So we just wanted to talk briefly about some of the effects of stress on the body. Some of us know about the stress as far as what happens with our mind, with our mental focus, with the heart, as far as, higher blood pressure, higher risk of cholesterol, bad cholesterol, should I say. And then, even on the sexual organs, as well as muscle tissue, weight gain, and weight loss. So these are some of the things that are on the slide that you guys are unable to see.
So these are the effects of the body, and many of us aren't aware of what's actually happening. And it's taking a toll on our physical, emotional, and psychological health, robbing us of our greatest potential. So this is the slide that we're currently on right now.
So just imagine a place where you can come and feel welcomed in a non-judgmental environment, providing customized holistic wellness and learning programs with stimulating and stress-reducing activities centered around you, the individual.
A place where you have the feel of a vacation without ever having to leave your city. So we'd like to introduce ourselves, April Young and Mohammed Shahid. Here at Lemon Life Studios, we invite you and support your journey to self-clarity and well-being, guiding you to you. Thank you.
That was very uplifting.
Thank you.
So do you have a physical location? Is this, I'm not sure, is this digital? Help me understand the studios, please.
This would be a physical location. We have not entertained the idea of doing online things, although everything is online now with the Zoom calls and all of that. But that is something that we would, I guess, be able to bring in at a later time after we kind of discuss it a little more. It seems like it's not too hard. I'm taking cooking classes on Zoom also right now. And that's going pretty well. So I think that's something that we would definitely bring in.
And do you have your physical location already established?
I was working with a gym that we were trying to transition into a super wellness center. We were looking for a large property, but then COVID hit, and I guess you guys can kind of guess the rest. But this is a pretty old idea, a pretty old thing that we wanted to bring. We just didn't have the time or the opportunity to bring it to life with all the components necessary.
Lauren.
Thank you, April and Mohammed. That was great. And I just feel like now is a really important time for people to be able to get together and focus on their health together and have it be a whole body, whole mind, whole person perspective. So thank you for that. I'm wondering if you've thought about partnering with existing community centers and kind of introducing the wellness component and then getting a chance to try out the different classes and then figuring out which ones have been really successful so that when you launch, there's maybe an opportunity. Is there some chance that you can try out some of these different ideas before you have a physical space, before you invest in a physical space?
Well, I'm taking a lot of the experience and data that I've...
30 seconds.
I'm sorry, 30 seconds? Okay, well, I'm taking a lot of the experience and data that I've collected from the many fitness facilities that I've worked in. So I've tried a lot of them. The main thing that we wanted to bring in that would be considered a new component is the therapy and group family therapy. That would be kind of new, and we haven't had the chance to try that.
Well, we're definitely open to collaborating.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. We are now going to transition to Melanie Tam with Dreamly. And I can tell all of you in advance, your eyes are going to be enjoying this moment.
Hi guys.
An amazing designer.
Thank you. Let me go to my pitch on Google Slide. 1 second. You guys can see my screen and hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Let's start. Hi, my name is Melanie Tam, and I'm going to talk to you about Dreamly today. Once upon a time, we lived in a world where COVID didn't exist. Pre-COVID, I was waking up at 4:30 a.m. to work out every day, running 6 half marathons in 6 months, and running 2 full marathons 4 weeks apart from each other. Once COVID hit, everyone was fighting for the last piece of toilet paper, everything shut down, and my lack of motivation dramatically decreased. During COVID, we've seen a 61% increase social media distraction from working at home, 42% increase in binge watching on Netflix and other streaming platforms, 46% reportedly struggled to find ways to maintain their physical, mental, and spiritual health during the pandemic, 64% say they are focused on their mental health more than ever now, and 44% desired more guidance and support for practicing self-care during the pandemic. Our solution? Well, Dreamly empowers you to be the hero of your own story. Choose your favorite music genre to improve your mood, elevate your cognitive performance, or integrate with your Spotify and Apple Music playlist. Define your core values, your goals, and your why. Break down your goal into actual steps. Look at an overview of your journey, mood progression, and voice tone analysis, and begin your journey. We have a calendar integration with your personalized calendars, iCal, Google Cal, or Outlook. Auto-sync tasks into an open time slot on your calendar. View personalized experience of your data, stats, and goal progression. Engage in new daily learning material backed by psychology. Access to our AI goal specialist, and be a part of a like-minded community. Conquer your story. Dreamly is a goals productivity app that focuses on self-improvement. Here's our competition. We have differentiated ourselves by focusing on our customers' pain points. For our market opportunity, TAM, the self-improvement industry is estimated to grow to $13.2 billion by 2022. Initial addressable market, 264 million people, 80% of Americans intend to regularly practice self-care after COVID. Target market, 152 million people, 46% of Americans are struggling to maintain their whole health during the pandemic. Our go-to-market strategy is focused on building the MVP, launching a social media presence, fundraising, launching beta, testing focus groups, hitting our marketing milestones, partner with life coaches, focus on B2C, leading to a full launch, testing the MVP and pricing, retooling user data, launching a rewards and referral system, and scaling growth, focusing on partnerships and targeting B2B clients. For B2C, we have a freemium and premium model. The premium model includes a $2.99 monthly subscription, and if you would like a life coach service added, it would be $4.99 a month. For B2B, it's an annual subscription based on the number of employees. Here's our financial projections for B2C for the next 3 years. First 3 years, it's at a 30% growth rate after 6 months. Why now? There's an immediate need for self-care focused on increasing productivity and mental health during COVID. 7 in 10 employees considered the COVID-19 pandemic the most stressful time of their career. Let us do the planning for you. We're here to save you time. Do more and think less. This is a massive problem. Billions of people around the world have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which is having a further impact on people's mental health. So let's develop a growth mindset together. No goal should be ever too big. At the end of the day, it's mind over matter, so embrace your inner story. My name is Melanie Tam, the founder of Dreamly. I'm looking for mentors, first B2B clients, angel investors, a technical co-founder, and my background is focused on product design and experience for health tech. I also have a background in architecture and graphic design and marketing for commercial real estate. Thank you guys, and you can find me on dreamly.live or dreamly.live on my Instagram. Thank you. Question?
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Leah and Ernest, I'm looking forward to your questions.
So really, really great job, Melanie.
It was so good.
And very energetic as well, which I think goes with the vibe of your product. Tell me a bit about your early adopters and your initial go-to-market channels.
Yes. So for my my early adopters, let me see if I can go to previous slide. So I'm focused on really 3 markets and possibly a 4th market. I want to focus on age 23 to 45, the athletic performance, professional performance, and also people who want to improve their overall health, and also ADHD and ADD organizations. So those are the people I'm particularly targeting.
And then do you have an idea of channels that you'll use to reach them?
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. So definitely like social media channels. I want to definitely reach out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn articles, building that email list, launching a TikTok presence. I've also thought about creating a website presence landing page and initially drawing customers in. I'm going to test that theory out within the next month. Just having, because the year is ending and people are trying to develop new goals for 2021. So I just want to have a simple landing page asking people, what's your goal for 2021? Have people enter it in and then sign up with their email, and I would kind of send them information and updates later on.
Great.
Any thoughts about possible partner organizations?
20 seconds.
Yes, so for partner organizations, I actually have a list. So my list includes life coach partnerships. There's a bunch of life coaches on DumTech, psychologist partnerships like Talkspace, partnerships with music, Spotify, Apple Music, royalty-free music artists, reward systems, also partnerships with AI chatbot partnerships, Florence Health Assistant, and ADHD and ADD programs like Chad. They also have a dope program.
Time is up.
Yay. Thank you guys. Oh, special thanks to Vivian, Leah, and Ian for being my mentors and helping out on this. You guys rock. Thank you.
But I'm sorry to interrupt a little bit. I see a hand raised, one of our previous speakers in the program. Go ahead, Amir.
Hi everyone. This is Amir again. Just want to quickly say, great presentation, Melanie. I mean, sorry, I just got here, and that was one of the best presentations hands down I've seen in a long time. So thank you for giving it. You have literally soup and nuts, everything covered, which was a lot of data. My question really is if you were given these, let's say, for example, a technical co-founder, an angel investor, do you know anything about what are you trying to raise? Are you raising 25, 50, 100? I think this is, you have been looking for, but a metric would be really good. So something to think about for yourself, like, make a project. You have a great projection for your sales and revenue cycle, but something like, what do you need to get to that level point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So I do want to outsource my development, and the cost for outsourcing development, at least in Pakistan, is roughly $30,000. Russia is cheaper, and there's also connections in Argentina that would be really great for development. So that's really where I want to put my money towards if I were to fundraise, and definitely towards marketing.
Okay, I'll send you my email. I think we should chat a little bit after this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
No, we can proceed. Thanks.
I'm so glad that we took your question, Amir. That was wonderful. Okay, Workmate is next.
Let me.
Everybody, this will be a great presentation.
Thank you,
Forward to
Ian.
this.
Let me share my
Good.
screen here. Just a moment.
Okay, go for it. You have our attention.
Okay, so everyone can see it. Hello, everyone. My name is Puisan Tam, and I'm the founder of Workmate, an online, on-demand networking platform. Now, more than ever, independent professionals feel isolated from one another. There are almost no opportunities to have serendipitous, real-time, in-person meetings. Where is the water cooler if I cannot go to the co-working space? And besides a family member or a friend, who can you bounce work ideas off of? If you have a creativity block and need to discuss it with someone right here and right now, who can you turn to? With working from home becoming the new norm, people are looking for ways to get connected quickly and safely. Sure, there are companies such as LinkedIn, Zoom, Lunch Club, and Discord, and they each bring people together in their own way. But neither LinkedIn nor Zoom, they are serendipitous, and they don't actually introduce you to anyone. Lunch Club doesn't create instant meetings, and Discord is not curated.
On the other hand, Workmate delivers a solution for independent professionals to meet and network with each other instantly, day or night. Our solution matches workmates based on their immediate professional needs. The findings of a research report done by MBO partners show that there are over 40 million independent professionals in the United States. These are contractors, freelancers, consultants, and the self-employed. And this group will swell to 47.2 million people over the next 5 years. This is an annual 2.8% growth rate in the US alone. So how do you join Workmate? It's really simple. You create an account on workmate.cafe and you share your professional goals and interests. To complete the registration, verify the account with your LinkedIn profile. Log in and select your instant objective from a list of options. Turn on your camera. This is a requirement. And now you're ready to meet your workmate. You will be matched instantly with another workmate who is online and matches your objective. Then it's just a matter of connect and converse. It's just as simple as that. So how does Workmate make money? Through subscriptions. For all workmates, the first month is a free trial. After that, workmates pay a monthly fee of $5.99 for a standard subscription or $9.99 for a premium one. We will use a referral program to attract new customers. For every minute a referred paying subscriber spends on the platform, the person referring will receive a free minute of talk time. And it can be up to 600 or 1,200 minutes, depending on your plan, and that will never expire. If you are like me and want to bring people together in real time so that they feel less isolated, more connected, and inspired, then let's work together. I'm currently building my team, and I'm asking for $200,000 to build my MVP. Help me make Workmate a reality. With Workmate, you'll never work alone. Thank you for listening. My name is Preapp, and if you have any questions, you can connect with me. You see my email here on the screen, hello@workmate.cafe, or you can send me a message on the Preapp. Thank you.
That was wonderful. Lauren, do you want to jump in with a question?
Go ahead, Ian.
Well, I would say describe the ideal investor. If an investor comes to you and they say, hey, I'm an angel investor, I believe in you, I want to give you a shot. What is that person? Tell me about that person that would get this and that you'd want involved. Do you want their input and their opinion, et cetera?
Yeah, definitely would really appreciate an investor who is honest and, with me and critical. And then also to really believe in me and in the product, of course, but believing in that we're making a great team here and a great product, and that we're helping a lot of people, really, especially during this time when everyone is at home and it's really hard to have that personal connection or instant connection.
Yes. Lauren, do you want to ask a question?
Preapp, what would you say is your biggest risk right now?
That's a really good question. Well, I think at the moment now, I still need to make an MVP, right? So I really need to test it on the market. This is all based on matches that work for the people that for the workmates, basically. But I need a lot of people to do that, right? I need the data, basically. And since I don't have anyone to test it on right now, so I think that would be a big one. Another one is to market it, because that's always, I feel like, to really sell this as a product for people to be, that are interested in it.
Great. Thank you so much. Great answers.
Wonderful. Okay, we are going to transition to the next student. Thank you so much. All right, Anita, we are ready for you. We see the screen being shared. Here we go.
You're on mute, Anita.
Anita, I think you're still muted.
Yes, can you now hear me?
There we go. Yes, we can hear you
Great.
now. Okay.
And can everyone
go
see my
ahead.
screen?
We can.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. My name is Anita Whitus. I'm the inventor and innovator of Sona Brama, an alternative to the traditional mammogram. It doesn't matter who you are, male or female, but like many people, for me, mammograms hurt. And yes, by my second mammogram, I exclaimed to the technician, a man must have invented this because a woman would never have her boobs manipulated and squished in a vise. It was fall of 2019 when I happened upon Professor Faustino Pullian's seminars that I remembered, hey, I should follow up with this idea because mammogram methods haven't changed. So I would appreciate to have some time with you after this event. COVID-19 has ignited another pandemic. In addition to mammograms being painful, about 76% of people worldwide are putting off preventive care because they're sheltering in place, have lost their insurance, or cannot get to a facility for preventive care. Also, some people have concerns about radiation exposure from the exam, fear of the unknown if they've never had a mammogram before, and fear of what the mammogram may find. And just like a number of COVID-19 victims, the number of cancer victims is climbing. In fact, there is an incident back in 2010 when a 28-year-old man did not survive breast cancer. So how does this work? Well, a portable solar-powered chargeable generator sends electrical currents to piezoelectric crystal transducer electrodes in the Sona Brama band bra, either through Bluetooth or direct connection. And using the compressed high-intensity radar pulse technology, or CHIRP, these electrical crystals vibrate individually or in unison for a more targeted, broader view of the tissue and produce a sonogramic image. For electrical imaging tomography, the transducer electrodes would pass a current between them, and a calculation is performed to produce the image. So Sona Brama does not use any X-rays. It is very comfortable, and it's portable, and it can be used in any setting. So initially servicing just 1% of the market seems trivial until you consider the potential of breaking into the healthcare market. And another outcome of COVID-19 is the emergence of mobile imaging services. This is another advantage of Sona Brama that it has over the competition, portability, and it will allow the brand to embed in the medical field. Now that many have lost their health insurance, some are turning to clinics servicing immigrants and those with low income. My plan is to start servicing pro bono to clients in clinics and nonprofits, such as Doctors Without Borders, as test subjects to embed the brand in the medical field. I'm so excited that I was able to share my invention with you and how Sona Brama will make a huge impact during the pandemic and make mammograms more comfortable for everyone.
That was great. Well, as many of you have seen, what a wonderful, diverse group of entrepreneurs we have. So we want to have a question asked, either Ernest or Leah. Let's just ask one question because we're running a bit behind on time. We're going to come up against time. We want to be sensitive to that. So let's just do one question for the next, the final three pitches. So if one of you want to jump in with the question, that'd be great.
I can jump in. So first off, hats off to you, Anita, for a lot of the time, medical devices, this type of topic can be so dry, and it's something to keep in mind. If you're talking to an investor who doesn't have expertise in the field, you have to find a way to make it relatable and make them understand. And not only did you do that, but you were quite engaging as well. So really great work there. Something I did not catch, I understand the superiority of your product to the traditional procedure, but something that did not come through is what does this accomplish on the larger scale? How many more mammograms a year, for example, will you complete to markets who maybe, or patients who maybe are not being served by the current system?
Okay, so again, there are a lot of people that have lost their insurance. So one of the ways, because I said the product is portable, so a person does not have to come to a facility to get it done. We can go to that person and have it done. So there are mobile clinics that have formed, so you can go in a neighborhood and have a mammogram done. We could also go to government clinics that are available there, and especially clinics for immigrants. So the product can come to the person doesn't necessarily have to come to the product.
And it's up.
Okay, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. And we are going to go to the next student. All of you are doing such a great job. It is great. Donna with Surf's Up. I like that name. I'm right by the ocean. The ocean's right there. I love where we live so much. Okay, take it away, Donna.
Thank you. Hi and welcome, and thank you for spending your afternoon with me. I'm sorry, I don't see the slide deck. Should I just go ahead?
I can't see the slide deck. Let me try it again.
Yeah, try it one more time. It was up for a moment.
Is it up? Can you guys see it?
It is now.
Yes.
Yeah, just go full screen.
Thank you, Marina.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. So Surf's Up is a mobile aquatic sports rental shop. Think about a food truck. So when you drive up to the beach, we're there, and you can just walk right up and rent a surfboard or a SUP and just head out to the water. Next slide, please.
It's not letting me.
So the problem, oh, I'm sorry, Marina, you can just keep clicking through as I talk if that is simpler for you. So the problem is that surfboards and equipment in general are expensive to purchase. You often have no place to store them at home because they're large and they take up a lot of space, and they're difficult to transport. You need a rack on the top of your car or a large trunk. So my solution offers the opposite. You don't have to manage any of those things. You can just show up at the beach and everything is there, and you just walk down to the water with all of the equipment. So Surf's Up brings the surf shop to you. So you can come for any reason and just rent the equipment that you're looking for. Next slide, please. So worldwide, there are quite a few surfers, and the United States takes quite a large percentage of that percentage into account. It's almost 50-50. And the amount of money spent between those surfers abroad and at home is mainly spent here. Next slide, please. The demographics of the clientele that are interested in surfing, their average age is usually 34. In San Francisco, there are quite a number of them, around 100,000 people between the ages of 25 and 44. They make quite a bit of money at $75,000 a year and only travel 10 miles in distance to get to the beach. They usually spend 2.5 hours there per session and around $50 a day on average. Next slide, please. So in terms of like customer acquisition and revenue streams and growth, I've got them all combined into one slide for simplicity. So you can see that through social media and advertising and partnering with other businesses, I'm hoping to acquire customers in that way. And then through in-house and hopefully, through in-house avenues, I'm hoping to increase the revenue stream through loyalty. In terms of growth, I'm hoping to increase my offerings in terms of delivery and franchising, having professionals come and teach lessons and classes and give tours privately or to the public by reservation. There's also the option, of corporate team building, company parties and company events. And so it would be just like renting out a space for a party, but we would just show up and you would rent out the entire van or truck for however long you would like. And I personally think that one of the biggest problems in our country is obesity. So one of the things I love is just providing the opportunity for people to just get up and get out there. So thank you. So hopefully in the future, along with that, I can combine community and charity programs to help bring awareness to that and ocean preservation. Next slide, please. So in terms of competition, there are a lot of surf shops. All of them usually rent, but none really deliver or are present at the beach itself.
Dan, I'm sorry, time is up.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Marina.
Thank you, sir.
You did a great job. Donna, thank you for putting that together. We are running a bit behind on time, and so we're going to go right to the next student.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have Lillian Lyon is up next, and we're ready for you.
Give me 1 second to...
Okay, yes, we're almost ready for you. You can come off mute. You can share your screen. And,
thanks for reminding me. Marina's going to help me with the slides.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. Let me just pull up my
pulling them up.
screen.
While Marina is looking for that, I'm getting feedback here that Anita, Sona Brama, and Surf's Up cannot be found on the app. Unfortunately, for those who did not register after we activated the event, we cannot add them. And that's why I keep on sending everyone to please register. Otherwise, you would miss your investments. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But if you guys, any one of you, Surf's Up, registered under a different name, I noticed there's a different name there, please type it on the chat box so people would invest on your brand. So thank you.
All right, here we go,
It
guys.
is so amazing that people want to do this, that the audience is involved. Audience, you're awesome. Thank you for taking that app and being engaged with us. Okay, we are ready now for Lillian Lyon. Great name. Here we go.
Thank you, Ian. Hello, everyone. My name is Lily, and I'm here to present my idea for a design shop that offers customers retouched furniture and encourages sustainable lifestyle. And just a few words about me as well. I'm an international student from Moscow, Russia, and I have quite extensive background in art and design history and a passion for crafts. So when I was thinking about my business idea, I really wanted to explore this side of my experience and to be able to do something with my hands and something crafty and something real and physical. So Marina, next slide, please. And when I came to the US, I saw quite a lot of furniture being abandoned on the side of the street or being thrown away. And my view on this was to create something and to offer a service that will help renew an old furniture item and extend its life. Also to encourage sustainable lifestyle through awareness of environmental impact caused by throwing away used furniture. Next slide, please. And the problems I thought that people face when thinking about discarding of their old furniture or looking at it in the interior is that it no longer pleases the eye or serves the desired purpose. The furniture that might stand out in the interior and break up the unity could also be the issue. It could have perfect function, but wrong style or color. It could just be a boring item that begs to have the new life breathed into it. Next slide, please. And the solution I came up with is a unique custom-made design that would match the interior. It would also have a historical reference for both design inspiration and initial style of the item, if applicable. It would be a sustainable choice for the environment, and people will also have the opportunity to donate items with proceeds going to local charities. Next slide, please. So the customers for this would be people interested in having stylish living space and who are aware of the environmental impact of throwing away used furniture. Also, people with available disposable income, which they are willing to allocate to satisfying those interests. Next slide, please. And at this point, it's just a rough idea, and I have some constraints because I cannot really go into it right away, being on F1 visa. But for the future, I would like to establish social media presence and subscriber base and start off with that. Then hopefully generate sales and build reputation, and then network with vintage and furniture stores, interior designers, and online e-commerce platforms. Visiting one of the exhibitions before the COVID hit in San Francisco, I chatted with some of the furniture sellers who are actually sourcing furniture this way. And also I had some connections with interior designers who are also interested in buying furniture from private sellers. So there is an opportunity there.
30 seconds.
Next slide. Next slide, please. So at this point, I'm looking to find resources, network, and connect with people who can share knowledge and give advice. Also for mentorship and gaining some skills. And then the next steps will be promote the service and build a base, sell online. That's mid-term goals. And then the long-term goals, hopefully develop it to a business, open a store, and have a workshop. And the final slide.
Time is up. I'm sorry. But here's your phone.
Thank you. Yeah, very good questions.
All right. That was great. We wish we could stop and ask questions, but please forgive me. We are going to go to the last presentation.
Okay.
Just because.
Any suggestions in the chat will be welcome. Thanks.
That is a wonderful suggestion. People send questions and things in the chat window right now, if you have them. Okay. We're ready for our last presentation. This is one of our guests, and then the judges, we will deliberate for a moment and still be able to get everything finished in time. Are you ready?
Yes, hi. Is everybody hearing me?
Yes, we do.
Great, okay. Hello, everyone.
Okay,
I'm Yari.
take it away.
Thank you, Ryan. My name is Yari Carrizo. I'm very happy to be here participating in this event. I am Popsy, co-founder and COO. Oops. According to a recent article in Deloitte, the shift in preference from
we only see, I'm sorry to interrupt. We only see a white screen. Just want to make sure if you wanted us to see something besides a white screen, you would need to.
Not sure why. Can you see my screen now?
I see white with a black arrow over it.
Let's try it again here. Technical issues here now.
No.
Share your screen one more time because you stopped sharing. So share it again.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. Yes. Okay, thank you. My name is Yari Carrizo. I'm CEO and co-founder of Popsy. According to a recent article in Deloitte, the shift in preference from owning to renting real estate has been the #1 drive for pro-tech tenants. Tenants are wanting to move into more upgraded spaces with the latest technology, hence terming the coin digital occupant experience. And that's where Popsy fits in. We are a pro-tech startup that has come to disrupt the real estate market and reinvent rental property management for the new era. Now it's possible to have complete control over your rental property through a simple and intuitive platform that offers hospitality services and brings comfort and convenience, and that can be easily administered remotely with the help of a 24-hour support team. The idea first started back in 2012 when I first started with short-term rentals. As I quickly grew, so did my service providers, and it became difficult to manage, synchronize schedules, the check-ins, the checkouts. So I resorted to third-party applications. While they did help me in some resorts, they left me with more work than they did support. So I decided to take these problems into an all-in-one solution. With Popsy, it's about time. Property management is labor-intensive and a full-time activity. We're here to help. With Popsy, it's about trust. You need to feel secure with the service providers who are coming into your home. And with Popsy, it's about opportunities. We allow landlords to meet local reliable service vendors and helping each guest turnover. Our business model is simple. We offer under commission, on demand, and subscription-based services. And we charge for technology 1 to 2.5%, guest customer support 5%, and in our marketplace, a total of 18% for each transaction provided. We partner with buildings, developers, and property managers, allowing us to scale neighborhoods overnight. And we know this works. All marked spots represent Popsy cities with active users. All blue spots represent B2B, and all red spots B2C. All yellow spots represent active users who've been with us for more than 2 years, giving us a retention rate of over 90%. And even in the pandemic times, now in 2020, we have seen a significant growth each month. Our market size is well over $300 billion in services provided in our marketplace. These are an excellent founding team with over 40 years experience in business, real estate, and SaaS technology companies. We've gotten a lot done in these last 2 years, and we're ready for some more. We're asking for a $200K to restructure our operations and activate our registered users.
Time is up. Time is up. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. I look forward to any questions if we have time. Thank you.
I wish we did have time. The judges, the 4 of us, we are going to go into a breakout room and decide on the winner. I believe that there are 2 winners going to be announced from the Preapp. And so, Vivian, if you want to pop the 4 of us into a breakout room and we can do that, or the 3 of them can do it without me.
If I may ask just briefly, because the last presenter is a guest presenter, so if the judges have some feedback for them, I guess for just 2 minutes. Yeah.
Of course. So any of the 3 judges, if you would have a question for our guest presenter, we want to show her honor and ask her some questions. I think that's a good thing to do.
In developing the business, what do you see here as the main challenge, given you are going digital, where most businesses are going? What's your main challenge?
At the moment, I think our challenge, like anybody else right now, is the uncertainty of times. But being in a technology aspect of, I think that this is what will bring us to the next level, allowing us to be able to help with landlord situations and helping them connect with other people. So it's the uncertainty, but also what the triumphs is that we're in technology and we can allow for real estate procedures to flow better.
Yari, do you see any opportunity to white label the app if you're working with, say, a major landlord? Okay.
Yes, definitely. That's one of our main efforts, is to white label any bigger landlord.
And what size would you say that would?
We accommodate and partner up with all sorts. Right now, I could tell you starting from 25 units and up. we would be happy to invest in a white label for that.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure to hear all the stories.
Thank you so much for being here and presenting. We appreciate it. Okay, so why don't we transition to the judges meeting in a breakout room, deliberating, and then we'll be right back with the results. But there's 3 different winners, and we're picking one of them, and then the Preapp is picking the other 2. Also, Jesse is scheduled to give us some closing remarks. Jesse, if you would like to wait until we're done with our announcements, that's fine. If you'd like to jump in and get started on that, and then Vivian, that's also fine. But Vivian, do you want to put us in a breakout room?
Yeah, you have the option to join the breakout room. There is a room dedicated for each one of the startups and also for the judges. So you can now proceed to your respective rooms and people who can join the respective startup they want to chat with. But after 5 minutes, we will all go back together to the main hall.
Okay, very good. So everybody can join a breakout room with one of the startups, and while all of us judges meet. And Vivian, where do we click to do that?
Is it showing now on your end that you can go to a room of your choice?
No, we don't see that.
Wow. Okay, because it was assigned. Okay. All right. So in this case, this is where the technology sometimes would fail. All right. The judges, I could bring you to the judges room, but unfortunately for the audience, and maybe we could do a bladder break and then let's get back together.
Whoa. How about we may just want to have Jesse jump in and give a closing remark for everybody.
Do my closing remarks now.
I think we should do that because we're live and everybody here is there. We have their attention, and thank you for your attention, Jesse. We honor and respect Jesse. We love him to have all of you here for his closing remarks.
Let's rock and roll.
Jesse, why don't you go ahead and take the moment to do some closing remarks while me and the other judges go into breakout room.
And while I'm figuring this out.
Absolutely. So let's do that. So thank you, judges, and thank you, Vivian and Marina, for doing the back end technical stuff. So for the folks who are on the call, my name is Jesse. I serve as the dean of the downtown campus, the School of Business, Fashion, Culinary, Horticulture, and Child Development. I just been so fascinated with your stories, with your ideas, with your enthusiasm, with your commitment, persistence, and dedication. So for all the folks who pitched, I am just so proud of you. It's remarkable. It inspires me to want to be an entrepreneur. It definitely inspired me to want to, sort of do something, to change the world. And that's the one thing that I definitely want to share with you all. You are going to change the world. You're going to do whatever you're going to do, and you're going to make a big difference, and you're going to add value. You're going to make our society, our world so much better. So please keep this journey, this dream, this passion going. Please don't give up. Please keep the flame, the fire, the desire, just keep it going. It's going to be hard. It's going to take lots of patience, lots of time, lots of blood, sweat, and tears. But please don't give up on your dream. Please don't give up on your ideas. Again, I'm just so inspired by every one of your stories. I always share a quote. That's my sort of Jesse thing. I always share a quote every time I sort of talk and give a presentation. So my choice of quote for you all is a favorite one of mine, Bruce Lee. So I think you all know who Bruce Lee is. He's not only a martial artist, but he's a philosopher. And this one particular quote really meant a lot to me, and I think it's very apropos for me to share it with you all. He said, "Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." So as an entrepreneur, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. So do not pray for an easy experience. It ain't going to be easy. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. If you want to make this happen, you got to put everything, every ounce of your fiber into this idea, this passion. because if you want it to be what it's going to be, you got to just believe in yourself, believe in your idea, and just know that you endure whatever obstacles that will come down the road, right? Whatever, challenges, whatever road bumps, you just gotta get over those challenges and road bumps and obstacles. So please believe in yourself. I think that's the most important thing to convey. There will be doubters. There will be folks who will challenge and sort of question, but again, don't lose that confidence in yourself and your ideas. Okay. The other last thing I want to share, and I'll be quiet. And I just typed it in the chat room, and I'll just enter it right now. This is something that we can laugh at it, right, when we read it. The hustle brings the dollar. The experience brings the knowledge. The persistence brings success. So you're hustling. As an entrepreneur, you're hustling, right? You will get investors. You will get people who's going to give you money to start pursuing your ideas, right? To make it happen, to make it real. So your side hustling, your full-time hustling is going to bring the dollars, right? The experience of going through this journey is going to give you the knowledge to do things better, perhaps, right? To perhaps tweak and fine tune and make it work even better. So again, just know that your experience is your teacher. Okay, sometimes you just got to learn from experience, and sometimes you just got to learn when you fail, and sometimes you just got to learn to pick yourself back up again, and don't ever again lose that confidence, lose that belief in yourself. And at the end of the day, right, the more resilient, the more persistent you are, the more it's going to be a success. You will be a success story, and we can't wait to read about you. We would love for you, right, to be, one of the, Fortune 500, startups one day, whatever, endeavors, whatever goals and aspirations you may have. We love for you to be, that successful entrepreneur. And when you're there, just remember CCSF, and just remember the Center for Entrepreneurship, and just remember again, the founder of the CEI, Vivian Faustino-Pulliam. And I want to close this remark by saying Vivian is a remarkable teacher. I think you all know she was selected as the Canvas Educator of the Year. She has done so much to help you all, and so much to help the Center for Entrepreneurship, and so much to help CCSF to put us on the map, right? And to really believe in your stories. And she has really worked so hard behind the scenes. You don't know, how much she has done to just really make this happen. Without her being our program lead, there is no CEI. So Vivian, thank you. Truly, you've been the most amazing bootstrap founder, for our Center for Entrepreneurship. And you students are so super lucky to really have such a wonderful, caring, compassionate teacher. She is not only a teacher, she's a mentor. She's not only a mentor, she's a champion of you, each and every one of you. So thank you again for taking the class. Thank you for being a part of this experience. And again, thank you for believing in yourself, right? We can say all these things, give you all this feedback. At the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself and your ideas and just your self-worth, okay? Don't lose that belief and confidence. So I think I said enough for 5 minutes, right? So Ian, I will turn it back to you. But again, Vivian, Ian, and the judges, thank you so much. Leah, Lauren, Ernest, thank you so much for giving your time so generously. We are just super, super grateful.
All right. And thank you very much, Jesse. And again, before I let go, I would like to thank everyone. This program is not going to be possible without the support of community supporters, the judges, the entrepreneurs in residence, the speakers that we had. I was so moved when I was browsing through the participants. Some of them were speakers from the past. Some of them were students in the past. Everywhere, they were still connected. The alumni, some other faculties, Susan, the director, some other administrators here in the room, Dana. And it's very, very interdisciplinary. It's very lovely to see many different departments working together to bring the resources that we could have to support our students' startup ideas. So I'm very, very grateful for everyone who is supporting the program. And the director of our Strong Workforce is here, the Dean of Workforce Development, John Halpin, who would also recognize everyone and announce the winners. So John, if you're ready to give a short talk.
Thank you. While we're waiting for me to get the winners so I can announce them, I do want to thank everyone who participated in the pitch. All of you, I just echo what Jesse said. He said it better than I'll be able to say. But all the work you put into your presentations, you're all rock stars, and I wish you much success in your future as entrepreneurs. My office provides the Strong Workforce Program funding for CEI at City College, and I'm really also very grateful to Vivian for leading this important initiative at the college and events like this today, which were so great. And I just want to echo my thanks to the judges, and I'm ready to go as soon as I get the names of the winners.
I think it was sent already, John, to you. Oh, by the way, I don't want to forget, the sponsor for the Preapp is here, the founder, Sarjit, you've met him, so thank you very much. And also City Neon Philippines, who provided the virtual reality platform. So thank you, City Neon. I don't know if you're still there in the crowd watching. Thank you, and please follow us, Center for Entrepreneurship, for our next exciting events. John, for the winners.
All right, so I'm pleased to announce I've got one of them so far. So the judges winner, I would like to announce is, drumroll, Melanie Tam with Dreamly. Congratulations, Melanie.
Congratulations, Melanie.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Congrats,
You guys are
Melanie.
awesome. Thank you.
Now, this is based on the app. Okay, I'm trying to show it also, but I just don't have the time. But the winner, if you could see it. Can you see it? This is based on your votes, unfortunately. Okay, so 50,850 virtual money went to Dreamly. Dreamly also. Okay, well, we have the top three. The first one will receive a prize. Well, the second prize the second place who got 44,850 is Decolonize. Yes, and the third place who got 27,550 is Neutri-Keto. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yes.
And now for the investors rating, I would ask John again to announce the winners. The winner, okay. John, can you see that? It's
Okay,
very
thank you.
difficult.
Yes, the winner is Sandy Lee. Congratulations, Sandy.
Is she still around? Sandy Lee? Right, you want to actually say hi, be recognized? All right, so Sandy Lee actually just tie with Miss Susan Burston. Susan, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, Vivian.
You also came up to be one of the savviest investors together with Sandy Lee. I almost missed that. That's why I sent only one winner.
I just felt like Melanie's concept with COVID and mental health is just along with Colonize are just really brilliant, timely, important, crucial. You guys did a great job. And again, so much love and admiration to Vivian Faustino Pulliam. Thank you, Vivian, for pulling this off. Go take a nap and sit by the warm fire and have a nice meal.
Thank you. Thank you.
And drink.
Yes, I need a drink after this, certainly. So we have the winners. Anybody else who'd like to say something?
That was amazing, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was amazing.
The judges wanted to maybe share just a couple of words, and maybe Ian, you could start us off.
Yeah, well, I'm just amazed at how this is developed in depth and in width. It's really, really a great event, Vivian, you and your team, everybody that supports you from leadership and everybody that's in your class. Wow, it's really a wow event. Melanie, it was a unanimous decision. All 4 of the judges had you high up on the #1 of the pitches. You did a wonderful job. That was a great experience and may be very successful. We had 3 other honorable mentions that I'll let the other 3 judges, let them share. So Lauren, do you want to go next?
I just wanted to give a big shout out to Kathleen and Decolonize. I think it's such a timely idea. I think as we see more states go in the direction of California and really include ethnic education as part of the core, the foundation, teachers aren't going to know, they're not going to have the same resources. And so this app will not only be an awesome tool for the community itself, but it's going to be an awesome tool for educators. As California goes, so goes the country, and educators will come to your app to find resources that they need for their classrooms and communities as well. So big shout out to you, Kathleen. Really excited for the future. Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I've had a rough year and I needed to hear that. I appreciate everyone's support. And everyone is so great today. Thank you.
We support you. Everyone did great. Ernest, would you like to give us some parting words?
Well, I thought the whole event is an eye-opener. As much as we have experienced, we have actually learned from the presenters. So hats off to everyone who presented. But the fact that I couldn't make everyone a winner, I also want to just make some mention about Workmate. I found the idea quite exciting and also answering to the call of the present challenges. So to the colleagues I've been working with as judges, hats off. Vivian, you are a star. I heard you work for 8 days a week. How you get the other day, I don't know, but I wish I can find another day like you. To the whole institution, I am very honored to have been part of this whole innovative process. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing. So far, 2 honorable mentions. We have Decolonize and Workmate. So thanks for mentioning those. Leah, can you wrap us up with some parting words and one other honorable mention that we can give out?
Sure. So our last honorable mention is Focal Stream. I think the Focal Stream is the definition of finding a niche and serving a very segmented market. So great pitch, really tight pitch, and really interesting product and company. With regards to this event overall, Vivian, wonderful job. Ian, thank you so much for wrangling us judges and keeping us focused. And really, I can't say how impressed and proud to be part of the CCSF community and to see what you all are doing. I can't tell you how thrilled I am with just the quality of all of these pitches and all of these companies. So please reach out if you ever want to chat, and I'm excited to follow all of your progress. And, so many inspiring words, and keep, one of my favorite quotes is that, the common theme with entrepreneurs is that they didn't quit. So if you don't quit, that's one giant step in the right direction.
Wonderful.
Vivian?
Thank you again so much, judges.
I'm handing off to you for the final time. Thanks for
thank
trusting me with the
all.
microphone and letting me help host this today.
I appreciate you, Ian, everybody, all the judges, all of you guys. I really appreciate all your support. And I still have the breakout room open, so you guys can enter your names on the chat box, and I could assign you to those respective rooms. Their brands or their companies are all on the list of breakout rooms. I hope you could still see them. And I think that's all I have to say for now. The virtual reality hall is still open, so please check it out. I posted the link there, so you can still know more about these startups, their videos, their storyboards. Some of them actually has their own prototypes too. And also those who registered through the app, you can still connect with these startups even after the event. You can provide them feedback and continue the conversation, right? And yeah, and my sister, who really provided the virtual hall, is here online. So thank you, sister, for staying up until 3 a.m. to make sure that the videos of the students are still there, are posted. Thank you, sister.
Salamat.
Yeah, it says Lilian Faustino. All right, so if you could just type there the names, I could connect you with them. Otherwise, through the app, we can still connect. And I wish everyone here Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vivian.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you all.
everyone.
Thank you. Take good care.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Oh, the prices. Get hold of me.
Thank you
Get in touch
all.
with me to get the prices. You know, there's corresponding prices for the winners, so please get in touch with me.
Thank you so much, Professor, for your hard work and patience with all of us. And thank you so much for being a great cheerleader when we've been doubting ourselves.
Oh, Anita, I have no doubt you guys are going to make it. And that's why I'm here dedicating my time to make sure that I bring the resources. I don't have the answer. I don't have the expertise in everything you need, but I'll bring these resources here on campus to help support our students.
Thank you.
Vivian, it was great. It was a marathon. Thank you so much for all your help with our college. I just appreciate it. I've been in and out. You can probably see I look disheveled because I've been doing so many different things, but I've been listening, and it's exceptional what you do. And you truly are a pioneer, and you've shared the wealth with all of us. And we look forward at DBC to working with you in the future. It's been great.
Thank you so much. And I'll be happy to bring also the platform, the virtual reality PR.
Oh, yes. I mean, I'm not a techie person, but it looked so beautiful. I wasn't exactly sure how to get in, but I did observe, and I saw all it was outstanding. So tell your sister, thank you so much from all of us. Thank you. Have a great holiday. Okay.
Right. Thank you, Luan.
And Sarjeet, without him, without Preapp, it would not be the same.
Yes,
So
I hope that
all because of you, Vivian. It's all because of you. So thank you for the introduction too.
Okay, you're welcome, Luan. I'm happy to help. We can.
Thank you. Have a wonderful last couple days of the semester.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Congratulations to the winners. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Bye, Luan. Luan is with Diablo Valley College. Yeah. Okay, so, well, I guess most of my students are still around. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you guys. You just don't know, 3 nights. I couldn't sleep, but you know what? You guys made it. It's a milestone, and I'm so proud of you. So we can get together, just a socially distanced celebration. I live by the coast, by the beach, so we're gonna have a short picnic to celebrate this. I'm so happy for all of you. And remember, this is just the beginning. You still have a lot of homework to do to move your startups forward. And Ian is there. We have a great resource right there.
Here I am.
Yeah.
All of you did a great job. It was really, really, really good. I'm so glad that I got to connect with several of you one-on-one and to see how things progressed. Yeah, and this is a good opportunity, this event. You can take the live stream and under the live stream,